Sorry, once again, a little bit like 5 minutes late, guys. No big deal. But yeah, look, guys, I'm here live. Yesterday, UFC 311. And like I said, I talked about this yesterday. Or today actually. I'm sorry, the video came out today, really last night. But I made a video today. You guys can go check that out hopefully after this live stream. Don't check it out right now. But I'm just saying, I made a video, talked about some of the highlights, co-main event, left it at that. But of course, I did this last time. I did this for UFC 310, and I'm gonna do this probably for every pay-per-view coming up. What's up, Piggly Wiggly? How did you go on picks? We're gonna get into it, guys. We're gonna get into it. Don't worry. That's what I'm saying. We did this for UFC 310. We're gonna recap each pick I made, talk about what went wrong there. The fight was actually entertaining. Which one? The Merab one. Man ran out of battery in round 2. He was exhausted in round 4. Yeah, we're talking about every fight. Trust me. I want to talk about Merab Umar. I think that's like, it was like almost like the people's main event going into it, but it has truly delivered to like act as, the people's main event as well, because it is the huge talking point, the main talking point. I mean, it's what I titled the video, what I titled this video as well. Yeah, look, so let's just talk about it briefly. Look, yesterday, UFC 311 happened, and it was a good card, guys. I thought the main card especially was good. It was start off at a rocky start, a lot of decisions. Peyton Talbott, yeah, rest in peace, Peyton Talbott. Peyton Talbott, painting his nails, man, swinging on the pole, did not work in the fight. I mean, look, Peyton Talbott, man, I was, you know what it is too, you guys know that, like, app that, you invest in the fighters and all that or whatever. It's like, I think it's like Fight Strike or something. I was thinking about doing it for Peyton Talbott, because I'm like, oh, I should do it. Good thing I did not, right? Or maybe I should now, because I still think he has potential, but, like, look, he's young, you know what I mean? And I said, we're going to get into, obviously, my picks. Umar is a crybaby, I know. Umar cannot handle the loss. But I said, look, I talked about, real quick, but about Peyton Talbott. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about it later. Umar is a crybaby. Guys, feel free to ask any question UFC 311 related. No news really came out since my video. Like I said, I kind of covered everything. I covered Arman Sarukian responding to Dana White saying, look, he's okay, we're not getting the next title shot, which, look, is a smart move, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, the UFC probably isn't going to change your mind, obviously, if you're going to be upset about it. So, what do you call it? So the UFC is going to be upset no matter what. So might as well say, you know what, I'm okay with it. Hopefully they change their mind. Hoax talks. I swear, people. Why is there a verification? Are you like verified on? Oh no, I guess because you're verified on YouTube. I swear, people were only backing Umar in this fight because of his last name and because of his cousin. That's what I was saying in the build-up. That's what I was saying in the build-up, guys. Because I said I would be shocked. I said if Merab lost, because I just couldn't envision it. Like when you think of the fight, Merab's going forward constantly. I don't think Umar is going to be able to dominate him on the feet. And I think striking, who has the better striking? I would probably say Umar. But the thing is it's not a matter of who has the best striking, but it's like mixing in the takedown, mixing in going backwards, the fatigue that Umar is going to bring. That's just why he lost. Umar lost and immediately started making excuses. I know, bro. He went on the mic, was excusing, oh, I didn't read this one. Who wins, current Merab or prime Dominic Cruz? Man, it's so tough to tell. Well, actually, no, it's not tough to tell. I don't know why I'm even doing that. I would say Merab. Merab is truly something special. I don't know why I was like, oh, I don't know. Because I was thinking, look, Dominic Cruz does have a wrestling background. And you know what I will say? Merab, I think what he needs to do better at, and look, I'm not trying to criticize Merab. I think Merab is great, but I'm not trying to act like an expert here. But I think he needs to really cut off the cage more, a little bit more. Like he needs, he's kind of like following. He was following Umar. Instead, he should move side to side, trap him. He did do that a little bit better in the 5th round. Maybe it's just credit to Umar. Credit to Umar that he was able to move around a lot. But that's something that does give me pause, is if he can't cut off the cage against Dominic Cruz, that's going to be a problem, because Dominic Cruz is just going to move around everywhere and everything like that. Let's see. Umar made gamblers money. I know, made me money. That's for sure. Why do you think Merab waited 2 rounds before laying it on him? I don't know. I think maybe he was a little hesitant. You know, you don't know what you're getting with Umar. You don't know the for all he knows, maybe he is this dominant force. I mean, we've heard Nurmagomedov, there's like an aura around the name, so I would assume he probably was just nervous, probably, and didn't know what to expect. But and I was thinking the same thing in the first 2 rounds. I'm like, Bill, put it on him, put it on him. And that's why I think in a rematch it would be worse, because I don't think Merab would respect Umar. I mean, look, honestly, if Umar did break his hand in the first round, that is a pretty big deal. That would obviously, I think, probably affect his wrestling with the takedowns and all that. I just don't know. I believe he broke his hand, but judging on the fight, I don't know if it happened in round 1. Because he threw a lot in round 1, round 2. Like, it didn't really seem like he slowed down. He slowed down in round 3. And it did seem like fatigue. Like, in between corners, he looked tired. Like, but this is what I'm saying. Like, I said this in the build-up. It's going to backfire rushing him to a title shot. And I'm not saying this as a diss even. Like, I know, you know, everybody was like, oh, he doesn't. I made a video about this when Merab beat Corey. I said, look, he doesn't deserve a title shot. I changed my mind on that when we got close to the fight because there's nobody really else. But that's just what I thought. And I'll read the rest of this, and then I'll continue and break down. We're going to go, like I said, I made picks. We'll break down what I got wrong about the picks and each fight and talk about each fight briefly. Let's see. I don't even know where I'm at now. O'Malley looked pissed that Merab won. Yeah, I know. I think if Umar won, they probably would have done the split screen. I thought they were setting that up. But no, they did not, because I think they're like, I don't know what to do now that Merab won. O'Malley just realized the hell never touched the bantamweight. He'll never touch the bantamweight belt again. Yo, for real. I was thinking in the first round, because you know Umar was looking good early. I was like, how are they gonna do Umar versus Sean O'Malley? Like, come on, dude. Like, that is not like if he's taking down Merab, because he was taking down Merab at first. How the hell are you gonna do O'Malley and Umar? That's just like a one-way fight. Let's see. This is about Cruz. Cruz had no power. The only way to beat Merab is KOMA, I believe, and that's why I think a Sean O'Malley rematch isn't that crazy, but that's just my opinion. I am Rich Low, probably because he wanted to test the waters. The bantamweight thing. I mean, I guess. Hope you're right. They need to make Merab Pantoja next. I would not at all be opposed to that. That is something I said in my video. I would not mind that at all, to be honest. Yeah, Merab versus Pantoja. It would make sense because Pantoja doesn't have anybody. Merab doesn't have anybody. It's actually the perfect time to do it. But I don't even think Pantoja could beat him. And I think Pantoja's great too, but I would pick Merab, and I think Merab would probably be a decent favorite just because Pantoja's coming up in weight, and you know, so you got to deal with that. And then you got to deal with Merab. He's a beast and a half, yeah. Let's see. There was no aura come round 5. Haha. He was literally toying with them. It was embarrassing. Yeah, it's crazy. I would have never imagined. He like embarrassed him. I could not believe it. And I mean, but just Merab is just that great, man. Apparently he's sparring 10 rounds. It's crazy. Breaking your hand early wouldn't make you gas that hard. No, exactly. Well, that has nothing to do with gassing. I mean, I think you would have gassed anyway. But look, if he did break his hand early, I do think that does affect things. However, I'm just like, he was throwing pretty fine. But look, I don't know. And all that. If you know, man, we need champs defending in their division like 4 or 5 times before they try to move up for a second belt. No, well, look, Pantoja's defended his belt now. He beat Moreno, beat Royval, beat Ursig, beat Sakura. So it's like, what, 3 times he just defended his title? So, I mean, what, you're missing one more? And who is Pantoja going to fight? That's the question. I mean, I guess Kai Kara France, yeah. I do think Kai Kara France does deserve it. But let's be real. Like, I'm fine without that fight. I think they'll probably do Kai Kara France. It seems like they're going to do that versus Pantoja. But if that happens early 2025, they could do Merab maybe in the summer versus Pantoja. Something like that, you know? I don't know. Merab is a beast. How do you think a lightweight Jay Alton would do against Alex Ferrera, TDP, Strickland, and Hamza all at light heavyweight? Well, I mean, DDP, Strickland, and Hamzat aren't light heavyweights, I guess. So it's like, I guess you're just saying in a hypothetical world. Well, obviously, I think you would beat Alex Pereira. That's a actual matchup that could happen. I think Jalton can make light heavyweight, and it wouldn't be that bad of a deal. And he probably would do very well. But DDP, I mean, that's an interesting matchup. I think though that Dricus is strong. That one I'd probably have to go with Jalton because of the size difference. But I guess if they're the same size, it's a bit tricky. Strickland, I think, yeah, he probably beat Strickland. But apparently Strickland has good wrestling. We just haven't really seen it. And Hamzat would be interesting. I feel like they would probably. I think. Well, the thing is, if you're talking pound for pound, but if you're talking about like legitimately, then Jalton. But Hamzat, if they're the same size, I don't know. That one's tough. I'd probably still go with Jalton though. UFC 3, I don't know though actually. Because I really like Jalton. I think he's good, but if they're the same size, I think Jalton's pretty. It's hard to imagine them as the same size. That's the thing. So, UFC 312 is an ass card. Oh yeah, that's an ass card. It's in Australia. It's always 80% of the same fighters. I went to the last three. Not going to this one. Oh wow, you're from Australia, and you go, wow. That was a dope going to the Volk fight with Islam. Yeah, true. All right, let's get into this, guys. I believe it's here. Okay, good thing I didn't spoil it. I'm glad it was just at the end or whatever. UFC 311 results. UFC 311 went down. We talked about it. I'm gonna go into each fight in detail, talk about my picks. You guys, we've done this before. Let's go, guys. First pick of the night was Tagir Ulanbekov against Clayton Carpenter by decision. That's what happened. I don't remember the exact scorecard, honestly. But yeah, look, guys, at the end of the day, Tagir Ulanbekov, I wasn't surprised by this. He did do very well with the low kick. I said low kicks were going to be good. I said that for Clayton Carpenter, I believe, actually. So I don't know if I said it for him. But yeah, Clayton Carpenter were a big part. I mean, not Clayton Carpenter. Leg kicks were a big part of the story against Clayton Carpenter. Really helped Tagir Ulanbekov. And look, honestly, Clayton Carpenter did a lot better than I thought. I thought he didn't get hit as much. He didn't look as frantic as he did in his other fights, maybe settling into being in the UFC, but he definitely looked better than his other fights, and I was pretty impressed, and he did good in the third round. True, brother Volk versus Islam, Izzy versus Strickland were both legendary, and the DDP Izzy fight was as well, but they're so expensive over here to go. Dude, I'm rich. That's exactly what I feel. So I'm in the same situation with you, dude. So I feel you 1,000%. So I'm from New York. I used to go to the MSG cards. I went to UFC 268, or was that the one? That's the one with Colby and Usman too, with Gaethje, Chandler, and Namajunas and Wei Lee. That I went to. Then I went to even the Long Island one, which was a fight night. I think that was the Yair Brian Ortega fight with the shoulder injury, and I'm just trying to speed this up. But then I went to, this was the best one in my opinion, Izzy versus Ferrera, the first one. Then I went to Pereira Jiri, and then this year was Jones Stipe. I didn't go to that because it's like, dude, these are getting so expensive for absolutely no reason. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Not worth it. But on a side note, yeah, this was a decent fight, decent way to open it. Second fight, Bernardo Sopai. Keep pronouncing his name wrong. Keep pronouncing it with a J. But he defeated Ricky Tercios. Not surprised by this. I thought he would get the knockout, but he still looked very good. I fucked up the result, but he won by decision. My bad, guys. I was doing this. I was like, I know I fucked one up, but no, he won by decision, guys. Sorry. That's why it's red. But I got I chose knockout. He got decision. I actually chose first round knockout because look, I thought that the guy was really good. I said, look, even though he lost his debut, the guy is promising. I truly do believe he's good. He trains with Hamza Chimaev, and he looks really talented. He has good striking. He has knockout power, and everything. So let's see what you guys are saying. I had it the same way. Tagir's mid though. You mean the pick? Yeah, Tagir is mid. That's what I was saying in it. I was like, look, that I feel like he's mid though. I was saying I feel like he's undercut by injuries. It seems like, and something like that's just the name of the game, man. Oh, nice. Those are good cards, but yeah, the prices are just insane. I'd probably go to one next month. But flights to Sydney add another 500 AUD. Yeah, that's insane, Dro. I didn't even know he flew, but yeah, dude, adding a flight on top of it is crazy. Like, I've thought of going like to the like if I went to any, I would have loved to go to Sphere card. Didn't have the cash for it, man. Like, if I were fucking like if this channel was like making me like crazy money with ads and everything like that, I would go for sure. Like, if I would fucking go, but you know, we're not there, man. You know, your boy is broke here. Sopai won a decision. Yeah, I know I fucked up the graphic. My bad. I knew, like I said, I knew I fucked. This is hopefully the only fuck up. What's up? That's why it's red, but you know, because I got it wrong. But I meant to put decision. I'm so happy for you. Oh, what's up, Jack? I picked Jamal and Umar strongly, but was proven wrong. I picked Jamal strongly, yeah, and was proven wrong. I did pick Merab, though. I'm so happy for Jiri, but it's kind of bittersweet because I don't see him beating Alex. Yeah, I know, but everyone's talking about, I don't think, I feel like everybody, like, I want to know your opinion, guys. I don't think Alex Pereira really stands a chance against Magomed, and I'm an Alex Pereira fan. I'm not a hater. I'm just saying I don't think he stands a chance. I think the wrestling gap, Magomed, I understand Magomed isn't like this wrestler that goes out there. I understand. I've watched Magomed. He didn't even shoot in his last fight, but I believe against Pereira, yeah, you should shoot. I mean, this is like, he is an insane man on the feet. If Magomed stands, I think, for like 3 minutes with the guy, he's getting knocked out. He cannot stand with them for that long. But maybe the takedown threat could be enough to control the fight, so maybe it'll go a little bit longer. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see if Pereira backing up, because like I said, Pereira's defense a lot of time is backing up, sliding out of the way. So when you trap Pereira, that's what Jiri did. He had a lot of success against Alex. I don't want to see another KO. Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to do Jiri next, but maybe. I don't know. Jiri could beat Pereira if he comes into the fight with focus on defense. I mean, yeah, maybe. But I think that Jiri is still a tough test for him. And at the end of the day, look, I mean, Jiri took the fight on short notice too. Pereira did. It wasn't 100% themselves. So there's an argument to be made to why they should run back the fight. You'll get there one day, dude. Just be more controversial. Oh my God. You say this. Look, it's like if like I saw a comment before about my video. It was like, oh, one of the thumbnails, because you could like test thumbnails, so not everybody has the same thumbnail. But one of them was like fraud check. One of them was like sore loser. And they were like, someone in the comments was just like, what do you call it? Someone in the comments was just like, oh, don't clickbait the titles. It's not clickbait. Look, these are, I wouldn't lie in the thumbnail and give something that I don't believe. It's just like, yeah, if you put like something like Merab won, that doesn't do well. You know what I mean? So even though you say be more controversial, some people don't like it. But look, I'm just trying to be me. That's all I'm trying to do. So at the end of the day, someone's going to love it. Someone's going to hate it. You just got to be yourself at the end of the day. Jack, I've been saying for a while now, Ankalaev is the one to beat Pereira. Yeah, I believe 1,000%. I mean, I think he's going to beat him. I'd be shocked if not. Imagine picking Hill and Umar. Okay, Peasy, no need to flex. Jiri has tools to beat anyone, but has to be less hittable. Absolutely. I mean, Jiri proved it. And I thought his head movement was very much improved. I don't have to imagine, Johnny said. All right, guys, relax. Big shots. I picked Hill, so relax. Next fight. Oh yeah, Nakamura lost to Mun Gafarov. Rinya, look, he was the big prospect going into a big favorite. I was surprised by this. Did not see this outcome. But I said, look, I'm lying, because I said, look, that I could see a scenario where Mun takes him down, steals a couple rounds, and is able to steal a decision. I said this, and not necessarily steal in a way that's a robbery, but I meant like be able to win, and he did very good. I mean, it wasn't just that's why I feel bad saying steal a decision, because no, he did very good. He clearly won the fight, and I was surprised by this, very surprised. I know I've often thought about doing an MMA channel, but I don't think I have thick enough skin. It would be amazing to chat shit like Guru, but he does have some pretty shitty takes on some things. Chat shouldn't get paid for it. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, you should do it. I mean, look, who gives a fuck? You know, you can't care what people think, man. You know what I mean? Like, I could care less. Like, honestly, I feel happy for myself, because honestly, I don't really get that much hate. But it's like, if I do, I really don't care. Like, what are people gonna say? Like, I don't know this person. I mean, sometimes like I'll go back, like I'll respond, but it depends. Like if it's just like if I see like an easy comeback, I'll hit him with it. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do hit him with it. No one picked Gafarov, to be fair. Yeah, I mean this is a big upset. But yeah, no, look, you can't care. I say go for it, and look, you never know. It might be worth it. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's next. And Guru, yeah, I don't agree with some of his takes on things, but like you gotta like I'm always impressed. I will say this about Guru, and I think it's impressive. I've always said this. I think it's impressive. The guy doesn't edit anything, and he just talks, and people listen. And I'm being real. No, and I'm not even saying it's shit content. No, it actually is pretty good. Like he has I feel like he is way better. Like me on the live stream, I don't like live streaming so well. I like live streaming because I like to talk to you guys and all that. But the thing I don't like about live streaming is I feel like sometimes like I'll just go blank or fuck up, and he doesn't go blank or fuck up. Like he's just good at talking. I would go for it if I found a gap in space. There's a lot of channels doing similar stuff, though. Yeah, but, look, I've been doing this for a couple years at this point, and the way I see it is, look, I'm not trying to, like, I'm saying this more of just motivation for myself, is that, that if you look at my channel where it is right now, so what is this, like, not even 2.5 years, it's like 2 years, 2 months or so. If you look at like other people's channels, MMA Guru's channel at this point, they were not at the level, they were not at the subs that I'm at, and the views. Well, I don't know about the views, but this, to be honest, but I know the sub count. You know what I mean? Some people take double the time to get to this point, so that's a bit encouraging for myself. So yeah, look, but my point, but in saying this, I'm saying, look, anything's possible. No one makes me fucking special. You know what I mean? I'll just do it, and if you do it well enough, you'll learn. You fuck up. You fuck up once. You know what I mean? You learn. You move on. Oh, people don't like this. This isn't working, and then you just play the game, figure it out. You know what I mean? Good attitude to have, Jack. There's good balance to be had where you can talk a little trash and banter, but not getting too stressed about what others say. Yeah, exactly. Like, at the end of the day, look, honestly, like I come from like, ball busting type people, friends, family, all around. So that just helps. I really don't care. Like, it's just fucking, for me, these people don't know me. How am I gonna, like, I look at it as, bro, come on, like, think about it like this. If you're gonna leave a hate comment, bro, come on. Like, who leaves, like, have you all ever left like a hate comment, like a terrible hate comment? Like, no, because because normal people don't be doing that. Like, aren't gonna be like, you fucking piece of shit. I mean, there was one comment that was, I still have screenshotted. Oh my god, maybe I should find it and read it later, because this one is hilarious. Like, I sent this to my friends. I was like, bro, like, what in God's name? Like, it is like a paragraph. And it is the weirdest thing too, because it's like it's actually kind of like the worst insult, because it's honest, like it's his honest opinion, because it's like, I'm not saying it's gonna be honest because I don't believe this, but it's like he compliments the channel and then he just destroys me, and it's just like, this was on the Patty Pimblett video a few years ago, and it's like a paragraph, and it's like half nut. Should I just actually, let me just read this right now. Let me just get this right now. Oh my god. Let's see this. I think I have it. I literally think I have this, like, or I actually, no, you know what it is? I could probably search up screenshots, because I remember one thing that he said. Okay, I think I found this thing, yeah. Oh no, maybe I didn't. I don't know, guys. I might not do this because I don't want to like spend the whole time looking, but no, let me see what else. His content is good. About Guru. I just mean he says some nasty things, which I don't always agree with. Yeah, that's me too, is like, you gotta, I feel like, you know what I don't like? I just don't like disingenuous things. And sometimes I feel like he could be a bit disingenuous. Like, one thing I'll never do, I promise, is I'm not gonna have a take just for views. Like, if I don't believe it, then I don't believe it. I'm not gonna go out here and be like, I'm not gonna go out and be like, oh yeah, look guys, this is it, this is what I think, and just to be like, or come on the channel and be like, Umar's a piece of shit, the Khabib's a piece of shit, they're all fucking, like, I'm not, look, I'm not saying that. I'm saying my opinion. And look, I don't have good things to say. Doesn't mean I'm a fucking, jolly nice guy all the fucking time. But that means that, look, I'm gonna keep it real and give what I think. That's all that you gotta do. That's my opinion. Right now I'm still looking for this thing, by the way, guys. I think Guru is insufferable. I used to think so too, to be honest. I used to think he was a bit insufferable, but honestly, I don't really care anymore. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, dude, I feel like I've been following you since you had a few hundred followers now, bro. I appreciate it. Thanks. You have been supporting for a long time. I do see your comments. All right, now I'm looking up the comment. I'm searching it up on YouTube because I didn't have the picture. Okay. All right, I'm about to read this for you guys. He comments the channel and then absolutely destroys me. He says, he says, it's really hard to take this chubby mama's boy looking YouTuber objectively talk crap about a pro UFC fighter. Now, don't get me wrong. I get this kid is a fan and is just providing his opinion on fights, which we all do. But when he starts his video with, for those of you who don't really know much about MMA, it comes off as ridiculous because this kid looks like he's trained. This kid looks like he doesn't train. This kid doesn't look like he's trained a day in his life at anything. Jack Walter, you are casual as well. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion, and it may or may not be shared by others. He's like, and then he's like, wait, maybe be shared by others. At the end of the day, then he says, at the end of the day, I actually agreed with this kid's opinion and had the same prediction. This video isn't half bad. I'm not a pro UFC fighter, so by my own standards, my opinion is as worth as much as dog crap as this YouTuber's. Take my marketing advice or don't, but I think your channel will blow up if a person behind the analyst doesn't look like a bag of milk. That is insane. I leave hate comments all the time, Kevin Lee says. Yeah, I'm dead. LMAO, mama's boy, Jack, new mythical fighter. But I'm like, I just love the fact that he's like, nah, don't get me wrong. I actually agreed with everything you said, and it was actually a good video. Don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah, all I said was, I didn't say, okay, I'm going to break down. Like, I didn't even say, I'm going to break down the fights and critique Patty of what he needs to do. Like, all I said was, for those guys who don't know about MMA, I don't even remember the full video at this point. But I'm like, what? Like, I'm just like, dude, that's a whole paragraph you left, and it's just like, just more strange. Like, I'm just like, what? I mean, sometimes you get weird ones that I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I gotta like save this. So if you're watching, imagine the guy's watching this, and he's like, yeah, I'm still here, and he's like, I got over it. Casual is such a strange insult. Is he a professional UFC fan? Yo, for real. Honestly, like, come on, dude. And I just love that he's like, look, in my opinion, counts as much as shit as yours, but that's just what it is. I mean, look, like I said, but my point is, though, I'm bringing this up to say you can't care about, like, come on, you think I'm gonna give a fuck what this guy has to say? You spent time out of your day to write a whole paragraph about agreeing, like giving a long length review. Like, you're sweating out of, like, you're sweating at home typing that. Like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? But that's just it at the end of the day. But my point is, guys, don't care about the hate, because that's just what it is. Haters gonna hate, ain't gonna ain't. Ain'ters ain't gonna ain't. I agree. That's a good motto, and I'm gonna have that printed up on the wall. Moving on, though. Aileen Perez won a decision against Kyle Rosa, and that's what I predicted. Got this one on the dot. Now, Aileen Perez was a pretty decent underdog. I was very surprised by this. I regret not throwing money. I regret not throwing money on it, man. I really do. I regret it because she was a decent underdog, and it could have done me well. It could have gotten some cheddar, could have gotten all that, but no, we did not do that. And yeah, so she lost. I'm not impressed with her performance after that win with the Peaches again. Jimbo has just been like watching the stream, just waiting for me to talk about Aileen Perez. Yeah, I would have beaten Islam last night every round. I would have been mine. I would have gotten him with an armbar late round 4. I believe it, Kevin Lee. Don't worry. We all do, Kevin. Don't worry. We know you to go. You to go to the GFL. Don't worry. You gonna dominate Tony Ferguson. You gonna dominate. You're gonna dominate. Who else should he dominate? Jens Pulver. Is he in the GFL? Jens Pulver. Yeah, he's coming out of retirement. Who else is in the GFL? I don't even know. Oh, Pettis, I know, is in the GFL. Yeah, we should have GFL watch parties. That I'll do a watch party for. Y'all want the UFC watch parties? Now we're doing the what do you call it? We're doing the GFL watch parties. Jimbo was waiting for that to use that line. Yeah, dude, deadass. Like Jimbo was just like in the chat, just waiting. He's like, I got this line locked up. He thought of it last night. He's like, yo, I gotta wait for this stream. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I gotta wait for this stream to whip this one out. The whole AK Nurmagomedov gang has been ducking you for years now. Deadass. Kevin Lee's been calling him out, guys. Don't let it be forgotten. He's been calling before even Khabib was the champ. What's up, Jack? It was a great main card, especially the last three fights. So last two fights. I mean, I thought Jamal Hill, Jiri was fight of the night. I don't know if it won, guys. You guys could let me know, but I thought that was fight of the night. I mean, that was an insane fight. As I predict, I thought it was going to be fight of the night, and it was great. And I was a little bit worried. I had a pick fight not go to distance. I was sweating. I honestly, guys, so about betting, I honestly should stop doing this. But sometimes you get a line that's good. And I added to my parlay. That it was like a parlay I did that day of. Where I added the leg, fight doesn't go to distance. I hate it because I sweat like so much. Like I am, or if it's like fight goes to distance, fight doesn't go to distance. If I do fight goes to distance, I'm sweating with like every punch that lands. And if I'm like doing fight doesn't go, I'm like, where's a knockout? Like I'm like sweating. I'm like, press forward. What are you doing? Like the first time Jamal got like knocked down, I'm like, no. Like how are you not following up? Even though like Jiri could not. Like you know what I'm saying, but. So I hate that kind of stuff. They ain't ready for the smoke. I see a lot of holes in the AK game. Nah, like Kevin Lee really could have been like UFC is smart from hiding Khabib from Kevin, man. I gotta say, shout out to them. They gave fight night to Merab and Umar. No, get the fuck out of here. Do y'all agree with that? I thought Jiri and Hill were the leagues better of a fight. To be honest, it was a good fight because of the competitiveness, but it wasn't like a back and forth war. Let's be real. Like, I didn't have any bets on today. Sometimes I just want to enjoy the card, not worry about winning $60. Yeah, it for me, like I don't bet on, like I don't bet anything that I'm not okay with losing personally. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, then that'll just ruin your mood and be like, ah, fuck this, you know. But no, I just do it for fun, and if I lose, I already go into it accepting, hey, look, I might lose, and then it helps me. I'm like, whatever. And I don't spend that much either, too. Like. I literally spend so little. It's more just like, just for the hype, adds the hype, whatever. Jiri got the performance of the night. Oh, really? I feel like it should be the opposite. Rob gets the performance of the night. Jiri, even though I know he lost 2 rounds, but Jiri, because those last few rounds were crazy from Rob. I think he could get performance of the night, and I think Jamal gets fight of the night, in my opinion, and Jiri. LMAO, shout out to the UFC for protecting Khabib from Kevin. Yeah, no, that has. That as the Dagestan fans are like literally, we wouldn't have Islam, we wouldn't have Umar. I mean, the UFC really invested keeping Kevin away from them. Jiri versus Hill should have gotten it, but they gave it to Merab versus Umar. Now, absolutely, I think they should have gotten it. Yeah, I put like $20 on bets. Yeah, same, like 20, 30. Like usually I'll put like $5, $10, like $5 on singles. Sometimes I'll put like 10 on parlay. Like I put a 10 on a parlay yesterday. It was like I put $10. It was like I won 60 or something. So that was dope. It was like Merab, Jiri doesn't go to distance with Jamal and Almeida. So that's pretty good. Look, and all you needed was Merab to win, and especially in hindsight, that was a very good pick because Merab wound up winning. But Merab was a huge underdog, so that's why the odds were so inflated and the parlay was so inflated. But yeah, Aileen Perez did good, pretty much as I expected. Pressured, mixed in the clinch and everything like that. Did very good. We're moving on. Grant Dawson defeated Diego Ferrera by decision, which is what I predicted. Yeah, no, Grant Dawson's looking good. As I said in my last video, he lost to Bobby Green, but I still think, look, he's game. He's a good guy. He's a good fighter, and I think could potentially still be at the top. I had to stop betting. Lol, what's up, Jack? Why Kyle or Kaleem? But I should, I know your name's Kyle, but I said, why do you have to stop? What is it, addiction? You know what I mean? No shame here because I feel like I should stop too. I feel like I could be, you know what it is too is, I do low-key got like a gambling addiction. It actually runs in my fam, to be real with you guys. My great-grandfather was apparently a terrible gambling addiction. Had a terrible gambling addiction, alcohol addiction really too. But again, this is my great-grand. I've never met this guy, but this is just what I hear around the block. And, yeah, apparently would just get his paycheck, spend the money at the casino, dip. You know what I mean? So That's just what it is. So apparently, maybe I should keep away from this stuff. And I'm trying to think, do I have any other like family members with addictions? Well, I actually have a crazy. No, I can't say that. Well, I can't say. Like, there's a crazy story of someone I know, that they got like. I'm gonna just say very little detail, but they just got arrested. Like, not. Well, I'm not gonna say when it happened, but they got arrested for. And like, I wasn't that close to them. I just knew somebody. I'm not even saying family. I was just saying like someone I knew, and they like just recently got like busted for like pause, but selling heroin. Yeah. Someone that I know. I miss Kevin Lee memes and jokes so much. Now I know. Do you think Dawson gets ranked after this win? Yeah, I think so. I think he probably deserves it. Kevin Lee is actually the origin and rise of Dagestan. They had a rise because Kevin allowed them. Now I remember the days where Abdul Manap and Kevin Lee were training them at a young age. You know, Kevin Lee was like 10 years old, going to Russia and training them and all that. You're gonna make me change my screen name for real. Yo, that ass Kaleem. That's what you gotta. Nah, you should just own it at this point. Johnny gets it. If I wasn't out chasing Tony, who I was beating before the sub, I would have beaten Khabib and stayed on top long enough to beat Islam. Bro, dead ass. Bro would have probably been double champ too. Because let's be honest, on paper, Kevin Lee beats Usman. If you think about it on paper, because Kevin Lee's a wrestler. Kevin Lee's got decent striking. On paper, he beats Usman, so he would have probably beat Usman, got the double champ status. Definitely would have beaten Leon Edwards too because of the wrestling. Would have beaten probably Bilal too because of the wrestling. You know what I mean? So on paper, Kevin Lee wins, man. But yeah, we're gonna move on from Grant Dawson. Good performance from him, and yeah, I do think he should be ranked Jack Walter lore. Next, Bogdan Guskov versus who did he fight again? Billy Alakana, right? Yeah, so he fought Billy Alakana, and we start off the fight. Billy Alakana gets his back, and look, it was never really like close. I was talking about this on the Discord. It was never really like super close, but what do you call it? But it was he had his back the whole for most of the round. I thought, damn, he's got a lot of time to work. Perhaps he could do this. Did not get it. Got reversed eventually, and nearly sub by Bogdan back and tapped after the bell. Then the next round got TKO'd. And yeah, that's kind of what I predicted. I said Bogdan by KO. I said first round, so it just happened a little bit later. So yeah, he survived long enough. And look, I mean, I'm not surprised by this. I mean, I think if it didn't happen, Bogdan got a sub. I was no, he did not. What are you talking about? Did he actually? I don't think he got a sub. He almost got a sub, bro. There's no way. Oh, shit, no, he did get a sub. What did he sub him with? I'm trying to remember this. What the fuck? I could have sworn. I'm like... What was it? A guillotine, right? Or something like that, was it? Oh, yeah, it was a guillotine, right? Yeah, it was a guillotine. Now I'm remembering this. Whoops, guys. So, sorry, guys. It wasn't knockout. It was guillotine. It was a guillotine. My bad, guys. Guillotine. Yeah, so those are the only two mistakes. But, yeah, no, it was a guillotine. Yeah, I remember. It was like John Jones, Cyril Gane-esque. Yeah, but he looked good. And that's just what it is, man. Sometimes this shit happens. You know what I mean? Some poor Billy Alakana, he'll come back. I think he should probably move down a weight class, too. I see Helameo Jack, Abdul Manap, and 10-year-old Kevin in the mountains. Not that I see. Look, that's the reason why Islam on top, man. They should focus more on Islam. It's that Johnny Sins is crazy. I see a lot of holes in Usman's game. Yeah, no, Kevin could have definitely won for sure. Does it feel like a chore to have to rush and make /edit/upload video when news breaks? How long does it take to make a video fully? So, good question. To feel like a chore? Well, sometimes, yeah, of course, sometimes it does feel like a chore. Like, Renato Moicano definitely caused... Well, honestly, that one wasn't as bad, but one of the worst breaking news ones that I had to do was McGregor and Logan, when that was rumored. I made a video for 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., I mean, because that's when I uploaded the video, and I was like literally had to go to a final, so I was up really early getting ready, and I had like I was like, yo, I have like an hour. I was like, all right, I gotta hurry this up. So I hurried it up, did it. And it was a short video. So sometimes, yeah, I got to do a news breaks. But videos, I mean, sometimes it can take like 3-4 hours to edit. Sometimes it depends. It depends. Sometimes, like, if I'm just talking more, it takes shorter, like, and not as much cuts. But, yeah, sometimes it takes a minute, especially you got to add the clips. And sometimes editing does, but I like to talk about it. I like to live stream and stuff. It's just sometimes the editing could take some work, and that I'm like, oh. But I still find it fun at the end of the day. I still think it's worth it. If we have 160, I'm trying to speed run this because I don't want to like miss anything because I see, or actually, no, I have it right here, so I don't think I missed. But yeah, like at the end of the day, I think it's really just the editing that could be a little tricky and a little annoying. And news breaking, sometimes I get like nervous. Sometimes it sucks when there's no news too because I'm like, what do I do? But yeah, sometimes it sucks. Like kind of like I said, the more kind of one I was able to do. On time pretty much, but what do you call it? But yeah, sometimes if there's news, it's especially if I'm away. That's something else I hate too. So when I'm away and some shit happens, I'm like, oh my god. But I haven't really missed an upload. I haven't missed an upload in a long time, really. I mean, and I've even given extra uploads in a long time. To be honest, I haven't missed since like probably like July or August. If we had a 165-pound division, I'd be triple champ. You could probably move up to middleweight. He beats Adesanya on paper. Beats out. Okay, I gotta see this. What is this? I remember being so confident that Kevin Lee was gonna beat Tony Ferguson. Another reason betting on fights is a bad idea. Yeah, for real. You're just like, damn, man, that sucks, man. You're like, I fucking hate like when you bet on something and it's like, damn, like I'm so confident on this and I thought it was a lock and it was not. Bogdan got a subject. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I already answered all this. The Tony/Kevin rivalry was so entertaining. Kevin's trash talk about Tony being a weirdo. Tony calling him a kid. No, I know. I know. It even pops up now that I still watch it. And I love. Look, I honestly think Kevin Lee's not all that bad. I think it's crazy that his brother is like a famous TikTok dude. Well, rest in peace TikTok as well. Or is it open? I think I saw somewhere it's like back. Let me see. I didn't really use TikTok. Oh, look, it is back. Welcome back, it says. Yeah. That was weird. It was just gone for a night. I mean, what the fuck was that? Honestly, like, I say, look, here's my opinion on the little TikTok thing. I believe, yeah, it probably should be banned. Like, I get why it's banned, but at the same time, I don't really care personally. It's just, like, unbiasedly, yeah, but I personally don't care if it's banned. I think, fine, who gives a fuck? Casual. Yeah, casual. Is that Johnny Sins as I'm dead by that still? If I didn't have staff, I would have schooled Tony all 5 rounds. Yeah, I know, bro. Don't worry. We believe you, bro. We really do. We really believe you. Why do MMA fans become experts when talking about fighters? No, I think it's hilarious. Like, I think just like all MMA fans kind of think they're like the most knowledgeable, including myself. Like, I'm always like, man, I know. But it's like, I remind myself, like, dude, like everybody thinks they know. And I'm sure the fighters know, but it's like not as easy when you're actually putting it together. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows, oh, like nobody, like, I'm trying to think of like a dumb fight moment. Oh, like Holly Holm, right? This just came up because I saw her in an interview recently. Holly Holm, when she clinched up, you guys remember this Kayla Harrison? And we were like, yo, what the fuck, you idiot? Why would you do that? Well, I'm sure, yeah, she knew not to do that, but I'm sure she did it for whatever reason. And look, shit panned out, and she thought his best decision clearly was not. Because we know more. And talk about UFC, man, falling off, because look, UFC, look, it really sucks that the UFC, like, they didn't sign guys like what's that French dude? What's that guy from the PFL that's French and he's like a kickboxer, Cedric Doumbé? They didn't sign Cedric Doumbé, right? And they fumbled Holly Holm. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, there's a message that was hidden. I just let it be seen, but like that's his opinion. We'll get to it. But like I said, Holly Holm, like I said, like, come on, how are you gonna fumble Holly Holm? We need someone to main event the Apex, the queen of the Apex. We need her back. We need to see Raquel Pennington versus Holly Holm. We need to see Mayra Bueno Silva versus Holly Holm too. The last one controversial under no contest. We need to see Holly Holm back in the UFC. That's what the fuck we need. Holly Holm versus Kevin Lee. That's what we need to fucking see. I loved it, lol. Because we know more than fighters do about the experts. Yeah, honestly, right? That's what it seems. I loved it. Lol, that post-fight interview when Tony was talking about WWE suplexes. That was a good fight. I know, and I talked about this recently. Funny enough, for when this fight, because Tony Ferguson and Kevin Lee might rematch in the GFL apparently. So I was talking about that in a video I think 2 weeks ago or so. So yeah, this is funny. This is all like fresh. That interview was hilarious. Keith was in Bellator for a minute too. Glad he found his thing. Yeah, I know. I wonder if he'll come back, but I mean, I don't see a purpose really for making money on TikTok. Maybe he does Misfits or some shit like that. Which I mean, I don't know, but guys, I might do a video on KSI's next fight because it is actually laughable. Like KSI actually has to be the biggest coward of all time. Like KSI, like you're fighting a footballer instead of like Darren Till just came off a win on your own promotion. Like I thought the whole point was to build Darren Till for you to fight him. Hell, I would even take like anybody. There's like literally anybody. Gibb is a better fight than that, yeah? Than this guy. This is a joke, but I hope it's a troll. But anyway, let's move on. From that, Dagestan fighters are gay and loves Kaik, I assume. Look, I don't know if they love cock. I don't know whatever the deal is with them, man. But I'm kidding. Look, look, guys. I feel like people think I hate on them. I don't actually hate them. I think that they're good, of course. And some of them I don't like, but I like Umar actually. I think Umar's like the best one. So that's my opinion on that. Khabib has asked for your location. Yeah, I'm not giving that. What do you think of Poatan versus Ankalaev? Yeah, I was talking about this before, but I think Ankalaev is going to be Pereira. I don't think Pereira really stands a chance. KSI is such a joke. I think the wrestling gap is going to be too big, but KSI is such a joke. I know. KSI, coward, should not be fighting a 40-year-old footballer. I hate them. I don't know who you hate, but, the Dagestan fighters. Well, why do you hate them? We established you trained with them in the mountains with Abdulmanap. We've just said this. No one is even talking about the fact that Umar didn't have a balanced breakfast on fight day. Nah, bro, deadass, he didn't have Kevin Lee in his corner. He didn't have a balanced breakfast. He had a broken hand. He had 6 weeks to train. I mean, come on. I'm surprised he didn't make that excuse. Wasn't that like Aljamain's excuse for when he got kneed by Petr Yan? He's like, I didn't eat or whatever. Anyway, Zachary Reese, I predicted to knock out Asmat Bekiev, but Bekiev, did he get in? No way. Oh my God. Once again, I fucked this up. Once again. I believe he won a decision, guys. Or did he? Oh, no. He won TKO, right? Yeah, this is right, actually. Yeah, no. Oh my God. Of course I'm right. Oh my God. I'm thinking of the Gufarov fight. I fucked up. I mixed up the fights. No. That did happen, right? Because this is the weird one where Bekiev is on top of Reese and knocks him out on the ground with back of the head strikes too. It was a bit of a weird situation, out cold. And yeah, apparently Reese, I think he was brought to the hospital and everything like that. Pretty nasty knockout, and also rocking the bald look. So this picture's a little outdated. I'm surprised he didn't make that excuse. They ducked me after exiling me from Dagestan. No, because you knew their tricks. That's why. KSI wants cock. Dagestan loves cock. I mean, bro, maybe you love cock, bro. What the fuck? Thoughts on DDP versus Hamzat. I think Sean loses to both. Too. Well, actually, I think Sean loses to Hamzat. I think the DDP fight, I don't know about my prediction for that one yet. I think Strickland stands a chance, to be honest. I mean, UFC 312 is looking ass, though, I will say, but I think Strickland does stand a chance. Aljamain got off so easy with everyone forgetting about his breakfast excuses. That was so embarrassing, but it's gotten a memory hold. Yeah, no, like, and I actually don't mind Aljamain at all, but yeah, no, I think that excuse will go down in the records book. But look, he did win the rematch in all fairness, so maybe it adds a more credence to this excuse in all fairness. Reese has no chin. Where does Kevin Lee fit in all of this? Kevin Lee versus Zach Reese needs to fight. That's the fight that needs to happen. But now that's too easy for Kevin. That's too easy. That's not bad. Peyton Talbott versus Fernando Barcelos. This is the fight that I wanted to talk about because I talked about in my video. I talked about it. I said that, what do you call it? I said that even though I was picking Peyton Talbot, I said Barcelos was game. Barcelos could beat him. I thought this was a pretty surprising decision by the UFC because Talbot, I thought, was not at the level that he should fight Brown or Barcelos. I did not believe this. I thought this was a bit of a rush, but I said I thought that he'd be able to handle it. I thought he'd be able to get the knockout, but struggle a little bit early on. That didn't happen. Brown or Barcelos used his grappling as I said he should. And pretty much, dominated the whole fight. Payne Talbot had some moments in that third round, but outside of that, it was a pretty clear win for Barcelos. And look, Talbot, I know people are saying fraud check this, fraud check that. At the end of the day, like, he's young, and he's going to probably make some improvements. He looked like a fish out of water on the ground, big underdog. Picked Talbot by KO, but also said in the video, I wouldn't have been surprised by Barcelos' decision. And that's what happened. Or even a sub, but he got the decision. And that's just what it is at the end of the day. I think that, I feel like I said it at the end of the day a lot, but, at the end of the day, no. But this is actually the beginning of the day, so I should say. But I think I think Talbot will be back. I think just give him a little bit better matchmaking. He was not at that level yet that he should have. And he's looking good as of late. He's looking good, Barcelos. And I wonder what's going to happen next. He is a bit older, so I don't really anticipate much, to be honest. Hamza gonna be DDP. What is it? Yes, Jack. Let me see, because I want to see. Oh no, yes, Jack. Exactly. Low. After Hamza gonna be DDP after seeing what he did to Bobby. I feel like that guy could be anybody. I know. I really want to see the DDP Hamza fight. I don't want to see Strickland Hamza. I want to see DDP Hamza. That should have been the next fight. Don't know why it's not. Maybe injury. I don't know. That's crazy. Let's see. I think DDP is gonna win this. Wow, you think DDP is gonna win? That's a hot take. It's possible. I could see it. I don't know though. I might pick DDP, but I think Hamzat's cardio is still a huge problem. So I think if you could survive, I think that's the question. I don't like jacuzzis, Jiri said, after saying how everyone loves cock. I mean, were you taking the picture? Realize. Good one. Just put money. Talbot hype train didn't even leave the station yet. Deadass. That is just not even started. Didn't even start up the train yet, and we're already calling it off. Sterling saying he was 2 pancakes and 3 eggs short of what he needed to perform well. Someone get this man an omelet. Yo, for what did he eat in the rematch? Fucking like a steak before fucking fighting? What the fuck? Khabib loves kike. Okay, man. Kebab loves cock. Bro, I think, look, you never know. That jacuzzi pick is a bit sus. My girlfriend and sister went 7 for 3 for picks. Neither of them know anything about MMA, so they just pick them by the names I see. Look, sometimes that's just how it works. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to go by the names. Imagine better than me. We'll find that out. Whitaker tapped so fast to Hamzat because of the prior jaw injury. Yeah. Yeah, I know. At first I thought it was premature, but apparently really fucked up the teeth. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Jack blessed MMA. At the end of the day, we're all blessed. That's what it is. Jack, I've got DDP over Hamzat as well. Hamzat's going to get whooped. Damn, man. I really don't know. I could see DDP. I truly don't know. Yeah, if I'm going to make a pick right now, gun to my head, I would pick DDP. I'm going to be real with you guys, but I could also see Hamzat Chimaev winning. He's won every time. And he has such a hype train, man. My girlfriend picked by who looked less messed up, so she was in better shape. Well, I guess it worked out, to be honest. Honestly, though, Rayon or Barcelos looks better than Payne Talbot. Shape-wise, or maybe not. I don't know. He looks younger, though. Who you have winning, Ilya or Islam? I'd have Islam, but I would really want Ilya to win. I'm a big fan of Ilya Taporia, and it would be a fun fight from a hype perspective. But who knows, though? Merab would be training with him. Maybe. We really don't know his defensive wrestling. I mean, he does have good. He did grapple with Bryce Mitchell and won against him, like out grapple him and submitted him. But so that's a pretty big thing. But he's a featherweight going up in weight. I don't like it. Shabik Parcells. So wow, DDP takes it. So DDP I think does take it, and picking Barcelos definitely should have bet on that. Moving on, Kevin Holland. So now we're at the main card. Kevin Holland got submitted by RDR, which was which was pretty shocking because I had it the other way around. First round submission for Kevin Holland. It was going to hurt RDR and get like a Darce. That's not what happened. RDR pretty much shot, I believe it was like 6 seconds in. Originally, we saw Kevin Holland try to get a triangle, got his back taken, got submitted with a pretty strong rear naked choke, beat pretty easily, and yeah, it's time to give RDR a top guy. I agree. Give him a top 5 guy. I mean, there's Kyle Brahalo I saw thrown around out there. Maybe the loser of Adesanya and Nasruddin Imavov. Maybe, I'm trying to think even, maybe Jared Cannonier. Maybe the loser of DDP Strickland. That's not a bad one. Especially if it's Strickland, that would make a lot of sense. Paulo Costa makes sense too. I mean, there's a lot of fun matchups, I think, for RDR after this that I wouldn't mind seeing. Yes, to be honest, DDP is tough, and I couldn't see him losing in the first. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he could last. That's why I'm leaning towards DDP right now, but I could also see a scenario where maybe Hamza wins. And I think that DDP is stronger than Hamza. He looks bigger. And when I'm thinking of the two, they're like the same height almost, but Hamza looks a little bit more slender, I should say, than not slender because no, the dude's a big guy, but and I don't want to mess with him, man. He would toss me around, but DDP, I could see DDP being strong. Shibu Versailles, DDP takes it. Islam is so good. Ilya's KO power is insane. I could see him finding Islam's chin. That would be crazy. It would be, imagine, I just saw this on Twitter. And I responded to it, and I'll tell you guys I responded to it. But I was like, imagine Ilya Topuria knocks out Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Islam Makhachev. I'm like, bro is speedrunning GOAT status. Like, you're literally speedrunning GOAT status by doing this. Because, like, if he did that, you would legitimately have to talk about, is Ilya Topuria the GOAT? Like, no joke. And you guys could be like, oh, I'm big for, it's premature. We would have to talk about it as one of the greatest of all time. I'm not saying I'd pick him as greatest of all time. But, man, it would be that is crazy. That was probably the greatest three fight win streak of all time, for sure. I mean, going from Josh Emmett to knocking out Volk, Holloway, and the two greatest featherweights at the time, and maybe of all time, really, to the next one, which was to the next, I think in my opinion, greatest lightweight of all time, period, which is Islam. Originally I had Oliveira over Khabib. Now I got to go Islam over Charles. So that's just how my rankings go. I have it. Here's my top 3. I have, and I know this is probably a hot take, Islam, Charles, Khabib. That's what I think. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right, we respond to that. All 4 undefeated fighters lost their O tonight. Yeah, man. That's crazy. But that's what it is. Undefeated guys, I feel like you can't go undefeated in this sport unless you're a Dagestani. Even they can't. Umar lost for the first time yesterday. Hamza fans are going to be shocked by how bad DDP whoops him. You think so? Wow, you think it's going to be bad too? Could be. Hard to see a fellow Kevin lose like that. Yo, deadass. Yo, you should have trained him, Kevin. What the fuck then? If you're so upset, go fucking train him. Kevin sucks just like the 45-70. Oh my god, that clip of Kevin Holland. Jesus, man. I was thinking about doing a video on that. It's tough, man, because I used to be a huge Kevin Holland fan, but even before that, I was kind of hopping off the bandwagon a little bit just because I feel like he's been acting more and more like a dick. And I don't like that. I don't like being a dick to media members, which he's been, and I'm just like, I think you're kind of getting a little bit in your head and stuff like this, especially for a guy that's losing. Hard to see. Oh, no, I read that. Laughing, Kevin. Give him Vittori, give him Vittori, Costa, Vittori, Hermanson should be next for RDR. Not a bad shout there. Not a bad idea. Out of all those names, the only thing about that is I kind of want someone a little bit higher. Like I kind of want. I don't know about a number 1 contenders fight. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's fine. If you're not gonna give him number 1 contenders fight, give him that. Though I wouldn't even complain about number 1 contenders fight. I'm curious what you guys think about that. But if he maybe were to beat that's what I'm saying, maybe the winner of Adesanya or Imavov, maybe the loser. I don't know. We'll see. Merab champion. Yeah, no, I think Merab's gonna be champion for a while, honestly. True, Ilya is doing crazy shit right now. I mean, that would be insane. Ilya can defeat Gay Islam. I mean, I honestly, I hope so, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think the size advantage, and you clearly think all the Dagestans are gay, man. All the Dagestanis are gay, but I think that Ilya will lose. But I'm pretty confident in that, honestly, sadly. That's a top 5 resume right there. Ilya would be a top 3 at that point. Yeah, he would speed run. I mean, that's crazy. And especially if he goes on to do more and defend the belts, I mean, and then retire, he would go down as possibly one of the greatest of all time. When he ragdolled Bryce Mitchell on the ground, I thought dude was different. Bryce, yeah, I know. And I picked Bryce, I think, in that fight, which is a terrible pick in hindsight, but I believe that I picked it on the channel, Bryce to win. Mitchell looked good in round 1. He did, and he actually looked good on the feet, and apparently he had the flu and all that, remember? But I don't know what's up with all that. But I'm glad John Jones is no longer the GOAT. I still think he's the GOAT, personally. But that's my opinion. I don't know about pound for pound number 1, but he's the GOAT, I think, because just the resume, the finishes, and all this. I think you got to put him at number 1. Jack, I have been underwhelmed by Khamzat the whole time. I never bought into the hype. He's a great athlete, great wrestler, and grappling KO, but terrible cardio and stand-up. I agree with you. However, I did change my mind a little bit when he beat Whitaker, because going up a weight class, doing what he did to Whitaker, a guy who, look, Whitaker's no fucking slouch with the wrestling. He could wrestle too. But doing that in that quick a time, wow, that is impressive. I understand the teeth thing happened, but still, I'm just surprised controlling him like that. I could not believe it. I thought, even when it happened, I wasn't sweating. I was like, oh, now Whitaker's going to survive this. Easy. Did not work out that way. So I was underestimating him, but now I'm just like, I gave him a shot. I was really shocked by how he performed against Whitaker. Kevin doesn't listen to me. He keeps trying to strike. Kevin Holland. I told him to go to Dagestan for 6 months and learn to wrestle. Dude, why is he going to go to Dagestan? Just go to your house. You could teach him. Give him a 6-month training camp at your house. Teach him what's up. Do you think Ilya would have beaten the Islam from Volk versus Islam? Since Islam had bad hydration or something like that. No, because I think Islam performed decent. I don't think that really had much to do with Islam. Islam performed kind of well. I think that I think that was kind of dragged out because he did good. Like, he controlled Volk in round 1. I think it was more of a fatigue thing, and we saw that against Umar. And it was his first 5-rounder. Keep in mind, similar to Umar. It's a big ass water, right? It's similar to Umar. It was his first 5-round fight, so I think it was more of that. But sorry guys. But does he beat Ilya that night? I think he does. Actually, man, I don't know. Why am I actually kind of seeing like I could see a method for Topuria to win now a little bit, like on the back foot, catches Islam. It's possible, and I think that's a convincing fight. The problem for me, though, is it's so backed up featherweight right now. You got Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, potentially Masvidal, Evloev, all 3 contenders that could get a shot, you could argue. Maybe if the Volk fight happens soon, like it happens in Miami, maybe then it could happen. I don't know. Then maybe it happens in the summer. I think in round 1, Khamzat takes DDP's back for a bit, but DDP refuses to settle and survives round 2, which he takes over and gets a finish. That is definitely, like, if he's gonna win, that's definitely how it happens. It's just, does that happen? I don't know. I thought Whitaker was gonna survive, but I think DDP has a better chance. I think DDP is stronger. He's a big dude too. DDP. Hold on. Sorry guys, I've been talking for a while, so I was like, yo, I need my water. You think JBJ? Oh no, Topuria. I'll read this one. Topuria could beat Islam, whether he will or ever get the chance. Who knows? He definitely could, but anything's possible. But is it likely? I don't know about that. But at the same time, man, I don't know. I would honestly. You guys are selling me. I kind of want to see this now. And I'm a big fan of Topuria. I love how he promotes his fights. I love how he fights. I think this guy is going to be a huge deal at some point. If he keeps winning, I think he's going to be a huge deal because I tell him, this guy is a beast. I think he's going to knock out Max Holloway. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Max Holloway has an iron chin. And I was like, nah, dude. He's going to fucking knock him out. And he got knocked out. You think JBJ's better than me? Kevin, nobody's better than you. We know this. JBJ, I think he could come in at heavyweight and you could beat him, but And that's on paper, though. You know, that it all depends. I mean, obviously, you never know. You might have a bad breakfast. You might break your hand in the first round. You know, who knows? So, if you're 100% though on paper, yeah, I do think so. Hamzat KO'd somebody in the first punch of the fight. Yeah, no, I know, I remember. That's what I'm saying. Like, Hamzat isn't a slouch. I believed he was a slouch after the Usman fight, but now I don't believe he's a slouch. 100% agreed. My view changed after the Whitaker fight. Now, I believed he was a bum, and then I was like, wow, no, this guy's actually pretty good. And I think could possibly be a champ, and really, really made me believe in the guy. Chimaev is dominant early, but Burns gave him everything he could handle. Yeah, no, I think so, and I think we saw from there the method of victory is stay past the first round, and this guy gasses. This guy I feel like he uses all of his energy in the first, uses all of his strength to destroy you, and doesn't. I feel like if Hamzat was patient and had that controlled chaos, maybe he just feels like there's no way he can go later anyway, and he's just like, look, I got to go all out, and that's something I could win, which is possible, but. You know, I feel like that's just why. And he gets tired. Like, why don't you control it? Set it up a little bit better. Let's see. Umar looks weak. It looks so weak and pathetic. Jahir Wayne, man. What have they done anything to you? Like, you hate him more than Kevin Lee. You hate him more than Kevin Lee hates them. But you're saying something. Weak and pathetic is crazy. I mean, yeah, weak and pathetic. Like, bro, I know you were like salivating at the screen when Umar lost. Like, oh yeah. I mean, I was really happy. Like, I love Merab, guys. You know, I love Merab. I'm a huge fan, so I was so fucking happy as well. Exactly. Burns beat him up. Almost slapped him multiple times. I don't think Hamzat is a champion. I just have more respect after the fight. He might be a one-round fighter, but definitely the real deal. Yeah, no. I like I said, gun to my head right now, I'd probably pick DDP, but it's a convincing argument to say, look, DDP loses to Hamzat. I can understand it, and I think Hamzat is a killer. He deserves a title shot. Yeah, definitely over Strickland. Hello, everybody. What's up? Lice-infested pubes, bro. What are these usernames, guys? Dana said today to media that Hamzat will get the next title shot. Yeah, I did see that, and that makes the most sense. I know YouTubers said that John Jones isn't the GOAT because to be the GOAT, you need to be a good person, and John isn't a good person outside of UFC. Thoughts on that? Well, that's just obviously not what the GOAT is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, you could say you don't like him, but that doesn't mean he's not a GOAT. If you want to say, oh, because the steroid stuff, that's fine. I totally understand you saying that. I don't follow that, and I've explained why in the past. But I don't follow it, and look, if you do, you do. I understand, but you know, it is what it is. But that's just not. You're not basing it on you're not talking about who's the GOAT. Then you're not being honest. If you're saying, oh, he would be the GOAT, but he's not a nice guy, it's basically you saying he's the GOAT. I just don't like him. That's the dumbest take I've ever heard. This isn't Ultimate Feelings Championship exactly. The YouTuber's name is Bunny MMA. I hate that dude so much. Bunny MMA is the man. Never heard of him. I've never heard of him, but I'll check it out with the check. Don't check it out, guys. That's my competition here. No, I'm kidding. Let me see. Bunny MMA. I'm curious. Who is this guy? Like 3K subs. Oh, yeah, like I see this guy. He has like similar thumbnails as me, yeah? A little bit. He has such bad takes. Such bad takes, though. I like that take from Bunny. He's great. He has great takes overall. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen this guy. I've never watched him, but he seems like a nice fella. Let's put it that way. All right, next one. I predicted Jalon by KO. That is what happened. Jalon Almeida basically kind of went as I expected. Stayed on the feet. I was surprised he was as urgent to go to the ground as he was. I was surprised that Spivak got the hip toss. I said, there's no way he's going to get the hip toss. He did get the hip toss. And Jalon striked with him, hurt him on the feet, took him down, and got the ground and pound finish. That's what I predicted. I think I predicted this in the second round. It happened in the first. So it happened earlier than I thought. And Spivak had more success than I thought. And Spivak looked in shape. I almost was like, yo, I wonder if this guy can go to light heavyweight because he looked like he was dropping some pounds, yeah? He looked a lot better. And right now, they asked me to show a message. Silly Low Jones isn't the GOAT because he's a cheater, not because he's a dickhead. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. But I had to prove your thing because I guess you said a no word. So shout out. So if you, just so you guys know, I don't know, I guess if you say certain shit, it blocks it. I have no idea. Bunny is a good dude. Bunny MMA looks like a lovable hillbilly. I have never heard of this guy. Like people, there was a time. What's that guy's name? Is it Jesse on? I don't know if it's Jesse on Fire or MMA Jesse or something where people were like, "Oh, I'm copying them." I've to this day I've never fucking seen any of those guys. I know them because of the comments. And then people say like, this used to be a big thing. People would be like, "Oh, I'm copying people." No one ever says this anymore. I haven't seen this comment in a long time, but I'm like, we all cover the same sport, right? So we're gonna have sometimes the same take, We're gonna have some of the takes, the similar takes, the similar talking points because we're all covering the same sport. By bad, no more no words. I'm just saying for yourselves because it might not get approved, it might get blocked. Don't know why. Next fight though, featured bout. We're almost at the end. Jamal Hill, I predicted to knock out Jiri. Jiri knocked out Jamal, and Jiri did really well in round one. Jiri, that was close. I thought it was close to being a 10-8. Not that close, but almost there. I think if it was another knockdown or another big thing happen, 10-8 because and Mark Hunt's dad. Where are we gonna? Why are we coming back with this, man? I've heard that. We heard this a few weeks ago. And I literally looked at Mark Hunt's dad just to realize, oh, no, you're not actually saying Mark Hunt's dad. But, yeah, no, but Jiri, I thought it was very close to 10-8. Then round two, I thought Jamal won the round two. Oh, my God. Who else was sweating, by the way, that eye poke was going to call the fight? But I said that, yeah, so Jiri came back, won, I thought, round three, and finished the fight in round three. It was a great fight. Jiri's head movement, like I talked about in the video, much improved head movement was what we needed from Jiri. And he was countering, he was slipping shots, coming up top with his own shots, and Jamal just wasn't ready for it. Jamal really was battered. Look, and Jamal Hill, it happens. Jamal Hill, I know a lot of people hate Jamal Hill, but I think he's still good. He'll be back. Maybe give him Khalil Roundtree, maybe give Jiri Khalil Roundtree. I'm not sure. But I hope good fights for the rest of them, right? Maybe Jamal fights a loser of if Magomed loses to Ferrera too. That's also a good one. We'll find out. Does Bisping annoy anybody else here sometimes? Oh, and I'll read the other comment, by the way, I missed. But I've noticed he has pretty bad takes on things. He loves to insert himself into everything and anything when making commentary. I don't really follow Michael Bisping's commentary. I do like Michael Bisping, but I don't really follow him. So maybe if I followed him, I wouldn't like him as much. But from what I see of him, he seems like a funny guy and a down-to-earth dude. But I don't know about it. I don't really follow his commentary. I don't follow his channel. I used to watch some of his videos, but I probably have watched maybe in my lifetime 10 videos at most from him. I'm not so sure. The bunny dude has a lot of hot takes where, yeah, he legit says, hot take, Islam will surpass Khabib as lightweight GOAT. And, that's, how is that a hot take? Yo, that has, yeah, for real, this has been, the take since he beat Oliveira was oh, he's going to do this. There was already a lot of people saying that, but, is what it is. Jiri dropped Hill 3 or 4 times in round one or just overall. But it was, like I said, round one was pretty close to a 10-8. Hill got caught and dominated, pretty much dominated, yeah. Yeah, Jiri, yes. I felt kind of bad for Hill. He seemed like a nicer dude going into this fight. I think he's just playing it up to a certain extent, but at the same time, I think it's just, he clearly does want to be liked. I don't get people that are oh, I'm playing it up, guys. If you're playing it up, why don't you commit to the bit? Why are you saying, oh, I'm playing it up? If you're really playing it up, you don't give a fuck if people hate you. So I don't get that. So to me, that's usually just an excuse of, oh, I'm not happy about this and I want people to like me. Which MMA YouTubers do you like? I don't watch really MMA YouTubers that much, honestly. I'm trying to think, do I watch I really don't watch MMA YouTubers, to be honest. I watch a lot of true crime. I think I was talking about this one live stream. I watch a lot of true crime. But no, I don't really watch. I watch interviews from fighters. I like Ariel Helwani's interviews with fighters and things, but I don't really watch much of guys talking so much. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll see a video and just click on a one-off video, but I don't follow anybody. Oh no, but you're talking. You first of all, you weren't asking me, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Hill and Roundtree, yeah, that's a good fight. Reading to be good rebooking. I like MMA Joey. Yeah, that's who it is, MMA Joey. But some of his takes get annoying as well. Some people were comparing him to me. I've never really watched this guy, and I didn't know who he was until it was in the chat, and I forgot who he was just now. Like he hates people who attack Ian Gary, and then he makes 100 videos hating Chandler out for wanting to fight McGregor. Oh yeah, I've seen MMA Joey on like Twitter and shit. Yeah, like doesn't he has like crazy and I'm not trying to throw any shots. I'm just saying I don't even follow him. Well, I guess honestly this is coming off as a shot, but I'll just say it anyway. And I honestly don't mean it. I genuinely could be wrong. I fully admit this. I could be wrong, but he seems like another type of guy that just says things just because they'll get views. And I know, and the thing is like, I think it comes off a little more obvious when you're actually making the videos than when you're just watching them, because you could tell, like there's times where I'm like, yeah, I know a take will have more, but I'd rather just be myself. And look, I believe if you're just yourself and you're just making the videos, you'll find people that support you. And I'm happy with the support I have. I'm happy with all of you. And I'll just want to stay to my own true opinions and my own self. But look, that's just what it is. I feel like you got to do that. Yeah, Bisping is down to earth, but sometimes can be a bit annoying in boomer sort of way. Yeah, but that's just who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's just who he is, and I just kind of accept that. Let's see. Joey's channel is one big political podcast. That's exhausting. Or what? Isn't that like MMA Jesse on Fire? I saw you debated Destiny in the stream, and like just got like obliterated because like obviously like why would an MMA guy go like debate politics? You weirdo, you know? Well, especially if you don't know it. Like I actually do follow like political stuff, but like so I'm not saying you can't like MMA and not follow politics, but I'm just saying like he clearly did not know what he's talking about from a bunch of things. It was just like, oh, I feel this, and he doesn't really bring up politics that much. I don't understand where that narrative comes from. I thought MMA Joey was your brother. Yeah, JackMMA, MMA Joey. Yeah, the MMA bros. Our last, you know, we our last name is actually just MMA. Like that's why MMA is in our names. That's just what it is. And we were like, damn, what are we gonna do? I guess we're gonna cover MMA. And kind of just happened. Did you say you like true crime? What are your favorite cases to read about? Well, I watch like a lot of like the interrogation videos, like, you know, Explore With Us, Fire Channel. Channel I've been into recently is Law and Crime. And what the hell is shaking over there? I don't know. Some what the fuck is this, huh? Oh, no, it's this. A channel that's what it is. A channel I've been following recently, yeah, Law and Crime is great. They cover the Conor McGregor case, actually. That's how I kind of discovered them, and also how I got a lot of info and quotes and stuff like that was from the videos, as well as a lot of articles I read on it. They did a great job, I thought, covering that, and I follow them for the Diddy case. I keep up with that for the Luigi Mangione case. I'm big into true crime. I was really big in John Benet Ramsey, that documentary that came out on Netflix. I watch a lot of the stuff like that. I'm a big true crime guy, I gotta say. I like true crime and all that. Let's see. How can you say you don't see why people say Joey's always going political? Racism. I don't know what's going on in MMA, Joey, so you guys got to explain this to me. I think MMA channels that bring up politics regularly are super annoying. Yeah, I've never talked about politics, really. There was one stream where we were like on Twitter and we got into like, it was like a slightly political thing, but I also like, I always say, look, I do follow politics and stuff. But like I said, for this, what do you call it? And what the fuck? I think the thing just broke or something, the view counter, unless like literally just dropped off out of nowhere. So I hope that I'm still streaming or something. But, what do you call it? Or y'all just hate hearing about true crime or something. But no. But the politics stuff, I don't bring up politics at all, but like we talked slightly, I think it was about like Ukraine, because it came up that on the Joe Rogan podcast on Twitter. It was like that the boxer, what's that guy's name? Vladimir Klitschko. He like basically was like, oh, I wanted to get on Joe Rogan's podcast to talk about Ukraine. And I was like, I don't really follow that, but you know, like I don't really follow the Ukraine stuff. I don't really know the whole origin. I'm really bad with like, what is it, like geographical politics, you know, worldwide, you know, issues, you know what I'm saying? So that I don't know. So I don't really follow that. Joey's always making hate videos against right-wing fighters. In reality, both sides suck. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, look, like I said, I think it's just like when you're too much with it, dude, like, come on, don't make it your life. Both sides, you know, both sides do this. And you can't, it's just like, move on, man, you know? I have people that I know that voted for Kamala. I know people that voted for Trump. And that's just what it is, you know? I don't give a fuck, really. Because he doesn't really bring up politics. Whenever people talk about politics on a stream, he kicks them out. Jack, Jesse on Fire debating Destiny was wild. Dude got cooked badly. I know. Let's go, Brandon. And yeah, no, I remember that debate. I watched it when it happened. And like, dude, like knew no facts basically. Moving on though, co-main event. You are a person and having an opinion on politics or something non-MMA related is perfectly fine. But when it's your whole personality, lol, like, bro, exactly, damn, I know, exactly. That's just what it is you can't, don't make your personality. It's crazy. Like, I remember it was election day, and I'm driving, and I see somebody, they have, like, a Trump flag behind their car. Whether it's a Biden flag or a Trump flag, I would look at it like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You oddball. Jack, answering your questions about Joey, dude talks a lot about political issues, and many feel, including me, that he doesn't actually believe the things he says. He's a good grifter. I like them fine otherwise. But what political side is he on? He's against the right, or is he for the right? Is he like what is he for? He's like, left leaning. And how so? Like, when has he done this? Like, has he talked about like Colby hating, like liking Trump? I will say, like, I think the UFC is doing way too much with Trump when going to these events. Like, I mean, at the same time, like, I get it. Look, and I was fine with the other stuff because I'm like, dude, look, I get it. He's a president, whatever. But come on, they would not do this if it was Biden. Get the fuck out of here. They would not do this if it was Kamala. You can't tell me that. You disappoint me, Kevin Lee. Damn, that's a big water bottle. I know, that's what I've been saying. Look, there's a big ass water bottle, but look, I have it here. I'm thirsty. I've been talking for a minute. I remember when people would just I remember when people would have just a little bumper sticker. Exactly. Yeah. Look, and the bumper sticker is fine. You want to, donate, whatever, get your bumper sticker. Fine. Move on. Having a flag, multiple flags is crazy. Like, there was a guy that used to be part. It was like 2020 though. The 2020 election. It was like he had a car. It was the truck. Must have been, I'm not joking, guys. Like, it must have been like 30, 40 stickers. Trump this, Trump that. There was also another one of like, there's this, I forgot where this was. It was like a bunch of like left-leaning things, like unity with like a bunch of like Democrat shit. It was like crazy. And it was just like, but like I'm saying, it's the same thing. Like, you don't gotta, like, why are you gonna, I don't care who you're supporting, but, you don't got to make it your whole thing. Kevin, I see holes in your game. I will say the UFC is doing sometimes a bit much with the Trump stuff. Will Trump be at any event once he's in office again? Yeah, I agree that he's doing too much with the Trump stuff. And will he be at the events? I mean, I'm sure at some event he went to the Masvidal one when he was president. So I feel like it would be a massive security risk. Well, like I said, he went to the Masvidal one when he was the president. This was 2019. So he was president then. And I could definitely see it again. Definitely, for sure. I mean, the president's at places, you could definitely, they're just probably going to have a Secret Service outside. But I do agree there's security risks, though, at the same time, because especially because the, assassinations attempts that have happened since, a lot of assassination attempts, really, like, wasn't there, like, 3 or something? I mean, I know one was fucking really legit, like, the one with the ear, but the other ones were, like, pretty, like, not necessarily attempts as in, I'm shooting at him, but were guys plotting it and nearby and, at least somewhat attempting, I guess. Just didn't really affect him. Showing Trump at events all time drives me nuts. If it was Biden, it would also drive me nuts. Exactly. Like, we don't need to see a whole... Well, you know what killed me is I get the walkout. Walkout's fine. But the promo, get the fuck out of here. Now you're just a propaganda machine, and you are no longer not political. Now you've crossed the line. Once you're doing a promo, like, with an edit of Trump, basically, yeah, and it was like 45, and then it, like, dissolved into 47, like it's a fucking movie coming out. Crazy. It is crazy. And too, but the UFC has just gotten really conservative as well, because I went into 295, was it? Yeah, 295 when it was New York. And Trump came. And, New York is a rather, like, obviously, especially the city is, pretty left-leaning crowd. And, yeah, there was, of course, people supporting it, people that were like, oh, yeah, but there's also, I saw, like, a lot of people annoyed, being like, oh, my God, like, this shit, it's stupid, whatever. And, but this time around, I didn't go, but it seemed like, yeah, most people were fucking really happy. But, that's what it is. Showing Trump at the events all the time drives me nuts. Yeah, if it was my nose, drive me nuts. Yeah, there was a dude who had 8 right-leaning flags on the back of his pickup truck in the town over from me. Exactly. Dude, I see it all the time. It's like, even people, like, I'll walk. There's actually, somewhere where by where I live, there's a house, right? And it's like literally like across the street from each other. One of them has like crazy Trump stuff all over the house. The other one has, like a bunch of like Kamala at the time. I don't know about anymore, but Kamala, Tim Walz, whatever, support Biden. And that's just how it is. And look, I don't really care. I'm just saying, I get, look, putting up something, you want to be involved. Cool. You want to donate because I get a lot of the time you're really doing it for the purpose of donating. Fine. But, come on. Yeah, sometimes you do a bit extreme. If you're for one side or the other, you're being conned by people who don't represent your interests. That's like what I believe. The thing is if you're against one side, the other side will manipulate you into kind of falling for that side. I feel like people do probably lean one way or the other. But you don't have to be locked into that, and you don't have to say, well, I believe everything Democrats believe. I believe everything conservatives believe. Because I'll say to you right now, I won't get into what and this and that, but there's definitely stuff I agree with, like conservatives with, things I believe I agree with, Democrats with. I just believe, well, I don't want to get super political, but I just feel like a lot of it, we're never going to get really anything done just because of like the lobbying that goes around. I mean, there's like, and I know we're off topic, and I haven't even talked about Merab yet, but there's, truth be told, there's like 1,500 lobbyists in Washington, and there's like 500 people that work for Congress and all that. So lobbyists, like I said, they're people that are donating to these politicians, and the politicians basically have to, like gun control. The NRA could, just donate to a candidate, and obviously going to pull their donations if they're going to support stuff that is what do you call it? They're going to promote stuff that is what was I saying? Promote what? Oh, that I don't even remember what I was saying now, to be honest. Oh no, that I'm saying that. Oh yeah, no, they're going to promote stuff that goes along with their donors, not what go around with the people or what they voted for. Let's go Rams. Sorry, I just wanted to read that. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. Yeah, they're gonna try to like get people that I'll do this just so it's a little extra because the chat's kind of moving fast. I said that yeah, so I think it's just like at the end of the day, it's exactly you're kind of being conned by both, and that's just what it is. Khabib has recited more cock, or I guess you mean received more cock than Bonnie Blue's entire life. I don't know who that is, but cool. Or Jeff Molina, right? Joey is basically CNN / Young Turks employee with an MMA podcast. I'm not even right-wing / conservative politically, but Joey's views are very silly. Exactly. Like, you can't make it all your personality. It's gotten so divisive, and it is just getting more divisive. I feel like this election was just very bitter. I mean, it was just, yeah, like, and the thing is too, is like, I don't like the showboating, and the sore losing. I don't like it. Like, I'm from the MMA background. Like, accept your loss, move on. And that goes for both sides. Don't be a sore loser, and don't be showboaty about it and stuff like that. I mean, I just think that there's so many just distractions. Like we're talking about, like, then this is why nothing will ever get done, is because it's way more profitable and way more of a talking point, way more popular to talk about. Oh, like the kids are getting transgender surgeries at schools than it is to be like actually talking about issues, which is, truth be told, it's work conditions. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's places like Amazon, right, that make millions of dollars, right? And well, not millions, billions of dollars. That I'm like, dude, look, Jeff Bezos, look at him, like he's a $100 billionaire, whatever. Why don't you say to yourself, I've already made a profitable business. Let me pay my workers more. Let me actually invest in the future and make the world better. I don't get this, personally. Like, that's what the issue is. And everything else is a distraction. Oh, let's talk about fucking transgender. Who gives a fuck? If I don't give a fuck about the transgender shit. I'm not saying, I'm not even, like, I understand if you're not going to do it. I'm not going to be fucking trans. But, at the end of the day, there's other shit that matters. Like, fucking, and shit that we're not talking about. Shit that isn't going to be talked about because we're too busy talking about this shit. But, what we should be talking about is MMA. But let's see. The only guy I know personally from New York absolutely hates Trump. There's a lot of people that hate him, and there's people also that love him too. I'm actually from a rather conservative neighborhood, to be honest, in New York, even though I live in the city. But this is the nicest group chat I've ever been in. Yeah, exactly, yo. That's what I'm saying. Like, I fuck with the respect. I fuck with everybody here. I went to take my Dagestani vitamins and got back to someone slandering my name. The disrespect is insane, and I demand Kyle M to be banned and sent to train with me for 5 years. I agree. Both sides are corrupt. Kevin Lee, why did you make Diego Sanchez fight so close? He just felt bad for him, guys, obviously. Man, fuck politics. It's so corrupt, like Jack said earlier. Don't be so extreme in either direction. I feel like most rational people meet in the middle. Exactly. That's exactly what I feel, too. 1,000%. Most people just meet in the middle, and that's just what it is. Like, like, most people aren't going to be one way or the other. It's just the extremists, and the extremists ruin it for everybody because there's people that support Trump that are crazy, people that support, like, the left that are crazy. And and people point, oh look, the left is crazy, because it's like we're ignoring the issues here, and that's just what it is. The issues will always be ignored because donors. It's a corrupt system. Not to be a downer here, but that's why, man, you gotta really. I like if I'm gonna vote for someone, I'd rather vote for somebody that I believe is gonna stay true to them, and to be honest, like, look, I think everyone could agree. I don't think Kamala or Trump was like that, man. I don't think any of them are true to the people. Both of them lie all the time, and it is what it is. I did vote, but I won't get into who I voted for. It's like, isn't that like the rule? You can't talk about it, and all that. Man, fuck politics. It's so corrupt. Like, and like I said, I don't support really anyone crazy enough. But it's just like, I definitely think there was an obvious choice, but to be quite honest. But, Kevin Lee just made me lol. Yeah, Kevin Lee is a go, man. Kevin Lee in this chat, we love you, Kevin. And I know this is the real Kevin Lee, so I don't know. But Kevin Lee, if you want to hop for an interview, but, Diego Sanchez is a top fighter. I'm gonna be like, oh, Kevin Lee. And then he's going to come in and he's like nothing like Kevin Lee, like just like some like white, like he's like a white, like 12-year-old, like, hey, guys, what's up? Diego Sanchez is a top fighter, one of the best to ever do it, just like D-Rod. You mean Daniel Rodriguez? Sounds good. Did you hear that Trump just announced the meme coin? Yeah, I did see this. Is this real? I don't know, though. I heard that he's not making money from it, but I don't know if that's true. Kevin Lee, what happened to your UFC comeback? Yeah, deadass. The GFL is the future of MMA. Oh my God, deadass. Kevin knows what he's talking about. GFL, geriatric fighting league, fire. Jack, your views are refreshing, honest takes. I haven't disagreed with you. Yet. Now, I appreciate it, Johnny, because great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. That's why, and that's what it is. You gotta really It's all about, I think we're all just common at the end of the day. It's just common sense. We all agree on the same shit. Let's go, Brandon. Jack, never mind. I typed that and then disagreed right after, but you're still refreshing in your honesty. Good political takes overall. I'm curious what you said that you disagreed with. I'm curious, but so you could let me know. But it used to be that you don't talk about it. Nowadays, if you refuse to say who you voted for, it means you voted conservative. I don't think that's necessarily true, especially because, look, it's a UFC channel. You think so? I think about it like this. It's like most people are conservative here, so if anything, I would want to lie about being a liberal. But like I said, I don't need the UFC to come back to GFL's future. No, GFL, you'll have names like Anthony Pettis. Maybe you'll even move up to heavyweight and beat Cain Velasquez. I heard that's what's on the agenda. But let's talk about Merab Umar. This fight happened last night. I talked about this in my video. You guys could check that out too. We're running almost like 2 hours almost, guys, this stream. But And thank you all for chatting. Thank you all for talking. Love talking to every one of y'all. Love talking about the politics. Love talking about the fights. Yeah, Merab, Umar. This was a good fight. Like I said, this one fight of the night. Don't know if it necessarily deserved fight of the night because the Jiri Jamal, but still was a good fight. Great competitive bout, back and forth. And look, and also I'll get into this later, but I said, it was a good back and forth fight. Umar had moments early on in the first 2 rounds, but then we saw Merab, I think, really get confidence in himself, really realize, hey, I can hang with this guy, put it on Umar, do what he does, dominated 3rd, 4th, 5th round, clear. I'm glad. I was worried. I was like, bro, don't rob Merab. Please don't rob this guy. I literally was like, if he gets robbed, I was going to probably punch my TV. I really probably would have. And you guys probably wouldn't have saw me the next day. But it all went well. But this is good. Did you say? Did you see Pettis? Did you say Pettis versus Velasquez? Yes, that's next in the GFL, bro. Come on, you didn't hear this? You didn't hear this? This is the new fight. But no, I think Merab. I'm curious to see who's next for him. Pantoja possibly could be next. I wouldn't mind that. I predicted, guys. Remember, my prediction, my 2025 prediction, my bold prediction was Merab to be the fighter of the year. I still think this, and we'll find out. Let's see. Let's see. Merab was super impressive last night. No, I agree. I think, like I said, I think he should have won performance tonight. Jamal and Jiri and Jamal should have won fight of the night instead the other way around. I'm not saying you voted for Trump. I'm saying if a person doesn't want to say who they voted for, you can assume it's conservative, as it's usually a socially safe to be vocal about voting liberally. It used to be, but I think nowadays it's the opposite. That's why I thought that Kamala was going to win, because I thought Kamala was going to win because I thought there was like kind of like a silent vote of Democrats that were going to come out, but it didn't happen. I should just be like Destiny. Imagine I start like a political channel, or who else? And that's another thing, is that the political YouTubers are terrible. Destiny's terrible. Destiny's god awful, and like Charlie Kirk, god awful. I mean, 2 terrible dudes. And I know it's gonna sound conservative. I used to like Ben Shapiro a little bit back in the day, and that doesn't mean I'm conservative, guys. Though, like I said, I'm down the middle on everything. And to be honest, I'm gonna say straight up, I'm not conservative. Actually, I'm gonna say straight up, I'm not even gonna I'm not conservative for sure. And but look, I like hearing, like, I think you got to hear all sides. I think it's like the best. I like when you could hear it's like a debate, unfiltered, just 2 guys just talking about issues. Not even a debate where I'm trying to get you. Like, I don't like. There's so many, and that's why I don't like Destiny. There's so many like, oh, I got you, I fucking got you. That's not what this is about. Yeah, could I maybe I could be conservative or a liberal and go into an argument saying, okay, I get you and this and that. But, and I could win the debate, and oh my God, my side's right now. That's not productive. Let's have an actual conversation where we're not trying to get each other and all that. Let's see. I thought Merab was losing via split decision after the fight finished. I was ready to kick off. Yeah, dude, I would have been fucking angry. Jack, well, I assume you're typing, but Jack, where does Merab and Islam rank on your GOAT list? I think Merab and Islam, they're both up there at this point. I mean, they're definitely high up. I gotta like have like a tier list so I can move the rankings. I think you have that, PZ. I think you do have that. I think from when you typed it yesterday, I was like, oh, I think you probably have this saved or something. I should have the same thing too, so I could easily move it around. But at the GOAT list, but yeah, Merab has to be up there. I mean, Merab has to be. I'm more curious. What about pound for pound? Who does he go above at this point? I mean, I think pretty high up. He's pretty high up in pound for pound. And Islam, probably pound for pound number 1. I'd probably go Islam 1 for pound. 2, I'm going to go 2, Ferrera. 3, Merab. 4, Ilya. 5, John, maybe? John just hasn't fought that often. He fought Stipe. It doesn't really count. I feel like we're counting. Pound for pound probably has to be within a year. So that's why I'm picking that. Jack, I agreed on your corruption lobbyist takes. I agree on corruption lobbyists. Most politics being fake. My disagreement was the extremists can sometimes be correct, aren't necessarily wrong for holding controversial views. No, they could be correct. No, I agree with that. And aren't necessarily wrong for holding No, they're not wrong. What I'm trying to say is extremist when it's like, no, if you have a view, obviously it's not extreme. It's not like it's just your opinion. It's what I'm talking about. Extremist is like when we're like, like glazing to the max extent, called extremists to discredit them rather than their views actually being immoral. I think labels are very misleading in politics. I mean, look, that's true. That's a fair assessment. And I could see it because at the same time, what do you call it? I think this sometimes by myself too is like, I'm like, oh, that's a crazy take. Well, maybe it's not a crazy take. Maybe I'm the wrong one and maybe I got to consider this shit. So fair enough. And I have thought this to myself before. So you could be picking up on something that is very true of myself, that sometimes I'm just like, yo, I label it and I'm done and kind of call it. But it's like, no, maybe I'm the one that's wrong a little bit and I need to pay attention a bit. I just mean more of like, sometimes I meant by extremists is people that just don't accept facts, that just, make up facts too, that just make up stories. That is what I'm talking about by extremists. If it's not even a take, it's just like stuff that just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Stuff you're just being disingenuous about, stuff you're being biased about straight up. That's what I mean by extremists. I don't like, look, if you're wrong and I disagree, that's not being extremist to me. That's your take. But, I'm talking about that. But I'm saying maybe you're right. Maybe I am still mislabeling. I could see that. And people have actually said this to me. So that's why I'm kind of like on all that. Kevin Lee says, I'm conservative. I'm Rich said, I used to watch a lot of right-wing channels, but I hate the hypocrisy. I try to watch a mix of both. Exactly. That's me too. I think Ben Shapiro is a good guy because I feel like as of late, he does not tell it as he used to tell straight up. But now I feel like back then he used to tell it a lot more straight up. Now I feel like he kind of just flip-flop. So I thought he was a good guy, and I still think he's a good guy. He seems like a guy who actually like is willing to talk to you, and even if you have a different opinion and stuff, and is willing to hear everybody out and to say, hey, maybe I'm wrong about certain things. But it seems like a nice guy. But I don't really follow politics, like political channels. I'm saying like that. I more follow like the news and shit. Jack, extremist being a loaded and subjective term. I actually think there are people on the left and right who are called extremists, so people won't listen to them. That is true. It's possible. And that's for everybody to determine. I usually copy and paste it and change it how I need it. Yeah, I think I might have that like in my notes. I think we know you're not conservative, Jack. You're like I appreciate it, Kyle. I appreciate it, man. I know I have, like I said, I have friends that voted for Trump. I have friends, like I literally have close friends that voted for Trump. Close friends that are also friends with the guy that voted for, or people that voted for Trump that are close to him. It's like, dude, who cares at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Where does Kevin Lee fit into all this? Pound for pound ranking. Well, Kevin Lee obviously is number 0, number top, because he's never going to get removed. He's like the champ of the division, of the pound for pound division. So that's what I think. Been defending his title since he was 10 in Dagestan. Called extremists to discredit them rather than their oh yeah, no, I've read this. Jack, I understand what you mean. Jack, I understand what you mean. Fair. Actual extremists, like unreasonable people. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like people that are just gonna say their opinion because, just make up shit just to get their opinion right. And if you say if their side did this, if their side does something, it's defense. If the other side did the same thing, it's attack. That's what I'm trying to say. Who's KSI fighting? I don't even know the guy's name. He's fighting like he's fighting a footballer. He's like 44 years of age. He had a boxing match I saw. I have no idea. I literally had no clue who this guy was. When I saw the face, I was actually watching. I wanted to watch the Darren Till fight, so I watched the face off live, and I want to see Wade 2 fight, and I was like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? Is this a joke? And I still think it might be a joke because there's been no graphic released. So is this a joke? I hope it's a joke. Hopefully I'm getting trolled. Let's see. Who's me? Oh, yeah, Kevin Lee. Yeah, Kevin Lee versus KSI. That's a good fight. Fair and honest, Jack. Like always, man. You know what I mean? I know we glossed over this, but I would definitely watch Lee versus Tony, too. That's a solid matchup still. I would watch it, too, of course. But let's get into the main event. Final prediction. My final prediction for this was Islam by decision. And this was the updated one. I did, in my original one, obviously, I predicted Arman to win split decision against Islam. obviously Armin pulled out. Hanano came in. I made a video predicting Hanano Moicano. I said, look, Moicano's been training. Moicano, you know, he struggled to submit Poirier, struggled to submit some other guys. I feel like Hanano could make it. Hanano did not make it. Not even close. He got submitted in the first round pretty brutally. And by a Darce choke. I think like everybody had the same reaction. I see everyone talking about it. Once we saw him grab his own wrist and getting ready to roll him over, it's over. And he must squeeze really hard because, like, I don't know how many of you guys take like jiu-jitsu or anything, but Hanano Moicano, usually you want to like trap the legs because people could just like kind of like, it's kind of hard to explain if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but like roll in a circle, like you guys are going to go in a circle. Like, he must have had it that strong that Hanano Moicano couldn't even wait to like keep rolling, even though his legs were free. So I think if Islam wasn't squeezing so hard, he maybe could have gotten out of it, but he was squeezing hard, and that's just what it is. I understand why people don't like oblique kicks, but why do people talk crap about Jones doing it when a lot of fighters use them? I think it's fair game. It's legal. I don't think you could talk crap about anybody that uses it. I understand if people want to see it banned, but you can't say, oh, there's fighters using it. No, then go after the rules. Say this should be banned, and people do it. You know, then try to get it banned. Then, Jack, what are you going to pick number wise? We're getting to it. Don't worry, PZ. I know you've been waiting. We're gonna get to the number very soon. I think that's the next slide. I'd roll Tony into to a blunt and smoke him again. Good luck, Kevin. I'll be supporting you, bro. Since you're supporting the channel, I'll support you. Even though actually Tony Ferguson actually does support the channel. He followed me on Twitter, so shout out. I was actually like, that was like one of the craziest things of all time. I was like, what the fuck? Just randomly followed me on Twitter. It still follows me like to this day. I don't even know. Like I've never gotten a DM or anything. It's just a follow. I couldn't believe it. I think it was like I made a video about him. Like, and I don't remember what it was. It was like, I think after his Paddy Pimblett fight, and he followed me, and I was like, shit, dude, that's fucking insane. And he still follows me. So I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm like, so Kevin, I'm sorry, but I might value the Kevin Lee, the Tony Ferguson follow now. Kevin, if you follow me on Twitter, I'll support you then. We'll get it going, or maybe I'll put y'all in a group chat. Let's see what else, guys. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Moicano's shoulder was screwed too. Was it? I didn't see that. Was it actually screwed? He had a fucked up shoulder. Because that's a big deal. Then okay. Then that I actually feel better about. Then that he got destroyed like that. But yeah, no, wait, hold up. Let me talk about this fight and I'll respond to the rest of the chat. Hanano Moicano, yeah, I thought he did good pressing Islam. And I was impressed because most people, like I said, they back up. They're very timid. Having a Poirier, Volkanovski usually fights backwards anyway, but nobody ever really presses Islam like Hanano Moicano did in the first 2 minutes or so. Islam got an easy takedown. What did you say? What did I say? That Islam, Islam just took him down right away, and yeah, got the choke. And what do you call it? And I'm surprised he probably almost put Hanano Moicano out with it. I mean, apparently I saw Demetrius Johnson. What do you call it? Like put what do you call it? Said that Islam put him in that Darce choke a few times. And so like I said, like this is just a choke, yeah, and that's why I knew once he had it, and I was like, I know he has a really good Darce. He's getting him with it. He's fucking getting him with it, and this is it. Right, lol. I'm not sure it would be good, but I would love it. I think it's about Kevin versus Tony too. It's mostly just because Jones is already a dirty fighter and people want any reason to hate him more. Exactly. I agree with you 1,000%. Because Jones uses them more and focuses on trying to destroy opponents' knees more than anyone else. I disagree with everyone using them, but Jones did it constantly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if you're against it, I get it, then have it get banned. But obviously I don't think it's Jones' fault. He's just using the rules. People could do it to him, so why wouldn't he do it? John Cena followed me randomly. That's crazy. Could you see his account or not? Because then I would explain the follow. I disliked the video after hearing you say like Tony. Hey, I'm sorry. Like Tony's a fan. Kevin, I got to keep both y'all close. No, I'm not picking sides. Are you mad right now? MHD right now. I don't know what MHD means, but I know I'm actually in a happy mood, in a very happy mood. I had to do the stream a little bit earlier today. I usually do it at 4, which is about to hit, because I have to go somewhere at 5. I wanted extra time to unpack this all. Shout out my cousin getting engaged, so shout out. His shoulder injury was very apparent. I didn't know this. I never even heard this, so you guys are telling me for the first time. Is Moicano's shoulder always hurt? Didn't we just see this last fight? Probably never healed. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Well, then that makes me feel a bit better about the fight, because then, obviously you're not going to be able to defend a takedown as well, but still, look, Islam Makhachev, pound for pound, number 1. I mean, this guy genuinely can go down as the greatest of all time. I said this years ago. I said this years ago. I said I think Islam's going to go down potentially as one of the best of all time, and he's getting a record. If he does this for another couple years, yeah, I think it's hard to deny that he's the GOAT. This guy, the finishes he's getting, and all this, and like I said, I'm fair. Look, I criticized some of the glaze in the past, but I'm gonna glaze him a little bit. He deserves some glaze here. Pause. But he might actually go down as the GOAT. Because look at the finishes again: head kicks, submissions. Beating guys like Volkanovski, Charles Oliveira, Renato Moicano, maybe the best one. Kevin. I know he probably couldn't beat Kevin Lee, but credit to Kevin Lee for training him. Here was the number I know y'all were waiting for. I know PZ was waiting for it. Went 8-5 for the picks. Last time I believe we went 8-6, so I did slightly better than the last time with the one last fight. So that's just how it is. 8-5, and that was the pick. So look, we'll hopefully do better next time. Hopefully get them all right one time. That would be insane. And look, you mess up. You try to make the best picks you can. You don't always get it good. I think knee stomp kicks, and I'm going to get into the bets in a second, guys, because we also have that to review. But I think that knee stomp kicks will end up being banned someday. Then we'll all look back how crazy it was that they were legal. I've been against them for over a decade. I'm like, am I against it? I would say I would definitely want to hear maybe more of an argument as to why they're good. But they're not really used, so I wouldn't be so opposed to banning them. They're not like something that I think would change the game if they got banned, so I'd be fine with it, and they are a bit of a risk, you know what I'm saying? You're going to, people's knees are going to get fucked up, you know what I mean? And that's just going to create injuries, create time away. I didn't notice it last night, to be honest. Makes sense, not to take anything away from Islam, who would have smashed him either way. Yeah, I think we all agree Islam was going to win no matter what. Haha, I win again. Wow, I won 10-3. Nice, PZ. Nice job, pal. I'll get you next time, though. Whitaker uses them a lot as well. Yeah, no, Whitaker does use them a lot. And PZ, don't get too ahead of yourself. We still got the whole year, and I'll get the W over you. Bets. Here's the bets, guys. I did Merab moneyline, that cashed, but Hill via TKO did not cash. Reese moneyline did not cash. I also did a parlay, trying to guess every fight. $4 for 11,000. Did not get that one, if you guys recall. So that was the UFC 311 results, guys. And thank you guys so much for the talk, for the stream. I went 13 for 13. Kevin Lee, you are a GOAT at picking and fighting. John, I wish he didn't. I like Whitaker, but I'm constant in condemning. I wish he didn't. Well, who's John Dong? Oh, Whitaker uses them a lot. Oh, I wish he didn't. I like Whitaker, but I'm consistent in condemning them. I like other guys who unfortunately use them. Well, timeout. Like I said, I still stand by this. You could like the guy because he's following the rules. You know what I'm saying? The problem here is that it's a rule. The problem here is that it's not against the rule. But we can't blame the fight. Like, they're using all the tools in their arsenal to get the win. That's their job. You got to take it up with the athletic commissions. You got to take it up with that. That's whose fault it is. Not Whitaker. It's not John Jones. That's my opinion. It's not any of their fault. It's the athletic commission. That was a lot of fun. Gonna have to turn the notifications on. Yes, guys, always turn the notifications on. Helps my channel, helps the algorithm, support me and all that. And yeah, guys, also support the channel, support the video that came out. Jack, I'll try to pull you to the anti-knee stomp camp sometime. No, look, and I agree. I totally could see why. Like, yeah, we should not have them. You don't need to convince me. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't condemn the fighters or go after the fighter, because it's like, look, at the end of the day, that they're just doing what they have to do. They're just using the tools in their arsenal. So that's just what I think. And you can't really blame them so much. That's just what I think. But I agree. I think it's, like I said, I think I would want to hear maybe somebody give me an argument as to why it's deserved, just so I could hear both sides. But I right now, no, I'd be for anti-knee stomp, so I'm already in the camp. I'm just not like a avid, like, oh, it needs to be now, but like that, I will say I'm not like, oh, it has to happen right now, right here, right now. But look, I think it's fair. It was good to catch a live. Yes, it is good. I love talking to all you guys. You guys are truly the best fan base. I really am lucky to have y'all, man. You guys are the best. Love being live with y'all. New video tomorrow, stream on Thursday. If y'all have any other questions, you guys could leave in the chat. Keep it going if you guys want me to keep going, but otherwise I'm going to dip. And yeah. And like I said, I did the stream a little bit early because shout out my cousin getting engaged. Got to go to that at 5, so in an hour. Just gonna go there, and yeah, just chilling, man. But yeah, UFC 311. Final thoughts, guys. Love the card. I thought that the main card was very good. The prelims, I thought, started off, I was like, oh man, is every fight gonna be boring? Is every fight gonna be a decision? Not that it was super boring in the beginning, but I was just like, man, if every fight's gonna be a decision, kind of like this, it sucks. But then we got to, it was like around the time of the, I'm trying to think, what was it, the Bogdan fight? Things started to really heat up, and from there on, it was just fire. Great fight, especially main card. Like I said, I mean, that whole main card is definitely legendary. A great way to start the year. UFC 312 does not look like it's going to be such a fire card, but yeah, that sucks. But what are you going to do? Also, Leon Edwards, JDM got announced. I don't think I talked about that. That's going to be a good fight. Not surprised there. I mean, we've been talking about this fight for about a month. It's pretty much been the worst kept secret of all time. Fair Jack, it's refreshing to hear somebody be honest about things generally. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying, guys. I promise you this. I'm not going to have a take. I swear to God. Like, and the thing about me, I would not feel happy about myself if I did this. So I'm not even just saying this to cap. I'm saying this. I would be not happy with my own self. And cheers, Kyle. I don't know if that's you dipping, but peace, dude. If you're dipping, if not, stay tuned then. But I said I'm not gonna lie about my takes for just views. I couldn't be happy with myself. I'm trying to be myself. I believe that. I believe that my MMA takes honestly aren't that bad. So I'm like, yo, let me share them. I don't think, like, I understand that they're not all gonna be agreed upon, but I don't think they're like awful. I don't think I've ever. And I feel like I'm saying this. I'm opening up myself for a roasting. I don't think I've ever had a crazy take. I don't think I have. You could say you've not disagreed with me. That's absolutely fine, but I don't think you could say I've had. I would be curious to hear this, and maybe I have. Look, maybe I have, and maybe you guys will point it out. I don't think I've ever had like a crazy take. Maybe my craziest takes have been involving Conor, involving like him fighting, if he's going to fight. Maybe you could say one of my crazier takes was saying that he would beat Michael Chandler. Obviously, if it never happened, it is still possible. But I don't believe that anymore. But I still don't think it was that crazy at the time to say that I thought Conor beat him. I mean, I think the odds were pretty 50-50. Jack, you said Colby would beat Leon. And I also think Colby would have beat Leon if he didn't break his foot. I also stand by that. You could say whatever you want. I still stand by this. I stand by it. You guys could say it's a crazy take, and maybe you guys have exposed my crazy take, but that's what I think. I'm torn between Edwards versus JDM fight. I love JDM's. I live in JDM City, and I'm from Edwards City. How it's like a split, bro. It's a split. So I wonder who you're supporting. You gotta let me know. JDM will beat Edwards badly. I can't wait for this one. Yeah, you could be right. I don't know if you mean I'm right about the Colby thing. But if I am, then it's not you could say it's a wrong take. I understand you disagreeing with it and saying, no, I think Leon would win. Of course, that's a fair take. But I don't think it's crazier for me to say. And I think JDM's going to win. I think so. I'm surprised they didn't go with Sean Brady versus Leon. I thought that's what they were going to go with until this rumor of JDM. I like the JDM fight better, to be honest, but better than the Sean Brady one. I wonder who Sean's going to fight. I wonder who Sean Brady's going to fight. That I'm curious about. I mean, I guess you have... I mean, Colby's... I don't think he should fight Colby, but I guess you could fight Ian Gary. 5-round fight. That wouldn't be bad. Joaquin Buckley. That's another guy. But I would rather see Buckley versus like a Usman or something like that. I don't know. Uh, let's see. Colby should have beaten Leon, but put on the worst performance of his career. I had Colby winning too. Yeah, that's my opinion as well. However, I will say that the Colby against Joaquin Buckley didn't make me feel more confident in that, but I felt that too, especially when you look at how Bilal beat Leon. That just proved to me all more. Like, I feel like the going backwards and the takedown defense. I mean, look at the 5th round. Colby, seemingly with a broken foot, took down Leon, and look at how even Usman beat Leon. I was shocked to see Leon beat Colby. I was pretty confident in that pick. That's one of my favorite things about the sport. You can know everything about everyone, and it's still just a fight. You can be super wrong or totally right. Everything else is just entertaining, and that's what I mean. I feel like we've kind of like lived in this like world where we think, oh, like this is logical. At the end of the day, they're fighting. Anything could happen. You can move one way, and then you lean into a head kick, and you're done. You know what I'm saying? You could win one fight and then lose the next 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could beat Colby once and then lose to him 10 other times. And the only one that's gonna be shown is that one. Let's see. He's let's see. Oh yeah, no, he's right about JDM could win, but I don't disagree with you on Colby beating Leon. Yeah, no, facts. I think JDM's gonna win, and I also agree with that, since that was my take. Leon gets so disrespected, in my opinion. What'd you see? I think Leon gets disrespected in my opinion. No, Leon does, because he's gone, especially Ghost, since his loss to Bilal. That I don't think was so good for him in terms of marketing and all that. Yeah, I think that he is a very good fighter, but it's just he's one of those things. He doesn't have finishing ability, really. He is a good striker, but that's why I feel like with a takedown guy, it's going to be dangerous, because what does he have to threaten with? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Footwork only gets you so far, really, against these wrestlers, dude, because it's just a lot easier to back you up and take you to the fence if you're a wrestler than it is to strike and move and all that. That's why I like Adesanya doing it is so impressive when he did it in his prime, really. He did it against Vettori, which Vettori I'm not saying is a great wrestler per se, but mixing in the grappling, I mean, pretty impressive to do. Is Colby's career over now, realistically? I think probably like not over in terms of he's retiring, but I would say, does he win another fight again? I mean, possibly. It depends who they match him up with, but I'd probably guess no. That's my guess. I don't think so. How do you think Holland versus Colby would go? I think that is a good fight. That's not bad. I think that Colby would win, though, to be honest, at this point. But that isn't bad because of the age and because look, yeah, Kevin Holland has struggled before with takedown defense, but we'll see. The Colby who fought Usman would absolutely steamroll Leon. Leon would, the Colby that fought Usman would absolutely steamroll Leon. Leon won that fight because Colby has fallen off so much since then, and that I agree with. That's what I'm saying. Like, especially look at how Usman in the second fight with Leon, he was winning the whole time using chain wrestling, and Usman's chain wrestling is nowhere near as good as Colby's. Colby, I was surprised he did not dominate Leon. Leon gets and look, PZ's been quiet since then. You know, PZ tried calling me out and saying, "Oh, look, this is a garbage take." Everyone's coming to my defense, so I appreciate it. This bully. Also, y'all, if you guys haven't already, joined the Discord in the description, and we talk about the fights live there, and we talk about even not even during the fights live. We just text, chat it up, talk about MMA. So join there. Leon gets disrespected because of his behavior. Unbearable. What's wrong with his behavior? I don't think there's so much wrong with his behavior. Bilal Bahamba, the name. I don't get that. Bamemba. Oh, is it because he has like a lisp or whatever? Or I don't know. Does he? I don't even know what that is. Bahamba, the name. I don't get this. Leon dominated Usman in the third fight. The Usman that, in my opinion, beat Hamzat after. Well, look, I think that I wouldn't say dominated, first of all, because I think I actually scored it a draw when I watched it live. That was actually my scorecard. There was a scorecard that had it as a draw, but it was a close fight, so I wouldn't say dominated, but did very good, though. Let's not lie. It had good moments. Colby was never good. Colby was good, I think, but I think that just not anymore. It was interactive in the lift and embedded when he bumped into Bilal. Oh, really? Oh, right. I do remember this, right? And then that was such like I do remember that UFC fight card. It just feels like a blur. You know what I'm saying? UFC 304. It just feels like a blur. I don't know why. Like I don't know about y'all, but it just feels like a weird blur. Just because I think it was a kind of a mid fight card and all that. But yes, Colby was never great. I agree. I would not say he was never great. I feel like this is revisionist history, man. I don't think I would say he was never great. I think that I think he was good at one time. I think that he almost beat Usman in his prime. He was doing very good. I just think that I think the time off, and I think it's just a mix of that. And he's older, and probably injuries too. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I would love to know one day what's going on, because Colby has such a weird career. Like, what has been going on these past few years? It has been extremely weird. Like, just title shots gifted randomly, doesn't fight, randomly takes a fight on like a couple weeks notice out of complete nowhere. I don't know. I don't get it. Jack, I don't enjoy Leon's personality. I agree with the criticism that he acts entitled and smug. He complains a lot for my taste. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not much of a Leon Edwards fan either. I feel like he was starting to become one of his, like, starting to get into his own personality a bit before the Bilal fight, but I'm not sure how he's going to be after with the trash talk, and I feel like he was being more personable and funny, but and more likable, but I don't know how he's going to be after. Colby never beat anyone solid while they were still in their prime. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I'm trying to think who. Let me see his resume, Colby. I mean, Colby beat... The thing is, yeah, Colby, they get a little bit fast-tracked because of the promo stuff, and then he fought RDA, which I'm not saying was his prime, but, you know, fought RDA, was decent, and beat, Lawler. I can understand what people are like, oh, like, he's trash, I guess, but I don't know. I still think he was pretty good. I think what he did to Usman was pretty impressive, and he's a dog. He is, you know, very... I can see, and I agree with this. Kyle said this. Colby's fine, way overhyped. RDA. I'm not saying RDA was in his prime. I'm just saying that RDA, that he fought RDA. I didn't say in his prime. I admit it. Like, not in his prime, but I'm just saying. Colby's best win is still undersized. RDA. Exactly. Well, I would say his best win is really his loss to Usman, to be honest. Like, let's be real. And then outside of that is probably Jorge. I mean, Jorge Masvidal too, and I'm not even saying that's a great win. I'm just saying it happens to be one of the better ones. What did he do to what he did to Usman is crazy low. Oh, dude, Usman. I thought Colby won the second Usman fight. To be honest, I'll be honest with you guys. I thought that he won, and I'm not a Colby fanboy. I know I'm going to come off as a Colby fanboy. I'm really not. I actually don't really care for Colby all that much either way. I'm just saying what I think. And it's that I thought he won that second fight. I will say I've watched the fight multiple times. The first time I was actually there, like I said, I was there and I was watched to hear. It was in New York. Thought Colby won. Then the second I watched it again, thought Usman won. Then I watched it again, and Colby won. I think I watched it again later at some point, and I thought Colby won again. But maybe I'll watch it again. Fighters lose when they whine and complain. Oh, fighters lose me when they whine and complain, and appreciate the mentality of guys who can say, I lost, no excuses. Leon is a diva. I agree with that. I like that too, and I think most people do. You know, just accept it. Like, dude, people lose, and it is what it is. But it's easier said than done, I guess, because you put your whole heart and soul into a training camp. But it's not like I'm just like, I'll take it. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't change a result, so I understand being sad about it, but... You know, Jack, please watch that second Usman fight right now and tell us you think Colby won. I feel like, guys, come on. I think here's how I scored it. Usman first 2 rounds, Colby 3, 4, and 5. What is like the questionable round in there that people question? Is it it's the 5th round. I thought the 5th round was truly 50-50. I think that's a very close round. But I come on, guys. I don't think it's terrible to see Colby won that fight. I think there's a lot of people that agree with this. It's just, but it was close. I'm not mad about it. As you guys know, I don't really get mad about decisions, but it is what it is. Guys, saying Colby was never good are coping. He was elite, but is on the downside. It's unfortunate, but he was awesome in his prime. I think he was good. I can understand people saying, oh, he was overhyped, because let's be honest, there was some overhyping. There was like, oh, he would be the long dominant reigning champion if Usman wasn't here, and it was stuff like, oh, is he better than GSP? So that I can understand overhyped if you want to say he was overhyped, but to say he was not good, I agree. You can't say that. If Leon is a diva, what is Colby? Colby's a prostitute, bro. That's what he is. Nah, shout out Colby. Maybe he'll come on the show. Come on everything. Wait, pause. What the fuck? I don't want him to come on everything. Pause. But I heard that he was on the Guru, right? He was on MMA Guru. He did an interview. And I heard he was pissed about MMA Guru. So what the fuck? So maybe he needs someone new. I also never said Colby wasn't good. He just isn't on level of Usman or Prime Woodley, etc. I agree. How's Umar's hand? Is it okay? Probably broken, I'd assume. Probably not good. It seems like broken, so no. Yes, Colby's a diva. I agree. He is extremely obnoxious at times. No, look, Colby. I think Colby, at the end of the day, he's good, and I think he definitely. I think he, in his own way, did a lot for the UFC in the way that of how to promote yourself. I think he's kind of been a blueprint for a lot of people that have followed him. I'm going to get Colby to come on so you can interview him. Jimbo, if you do that, I'll be forever be in your debt. And also, by the way, guys, I also want to, I'm going to say this here. I don't know if he's watching. If Vlad is here, bro, I'm trying to get in contact with Vlad. Deadass. And y'all maybe don't know who Vlad is, but Vlad is someone that's been supporting this channel for a minute, and I've been trying to get in contact with this guy, man, because this guy doesn't comment on anything. This guy has been like a member for 15. This guy's like a goat. This guy's been a member for 15 months, and literally has never stopped. Randomly, one stream just like donated $20. Like, I've never heard from this guy. I just know he's been a member this whole time. Just randomly donated $20. So credit to Vlad, bro. Vlad is that. Like, I literally wanted to like find his socials and be like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, you've been fucking supporting for a long time. But appreciate all y'all for supporting for a long time. And Jimbo, if you get that done, I'll also fucking I'll give you my number. I like Colby overall. I have to be consistent in calling out his excuses and complaining, though. I want to see Colby shine again. Yeah, no, Colby I think is good. And look, Colby I don't think is necessarily such a bad guy. I think he's playing a character. It's just that the character gets old when you're not winning, let's be honest, right? And it's just tough to hear him be like, oh, I'm the best one. It's not the case, you know? But I think we're going to wrap this up here, guys. I love the stream. Love all y'all, guys. Seriously, really appreciate the support. Appreciate all y'all just hearing me yap. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was good. I hope I didn't yap too much. 2 hours is like our longest stream of all time. I'm going to keep this up. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, comment in the comment section below. If you guys watched the whole thing, I'm truly honored because I yapped a lot, talked about politics, talked about Colby, talked about UFC 311, UFC 312. We're going to be doing the same thing, doing the picks, doing the predictions, doing the bets, doing all that. Seriously, guys, you guys are the best fan base in MMA. New video tomorrow, 10 a.m. Check out, if you guys didn't already, check out my video that's up right now. Thank you guys for watching. Love all of you. And yeah, guys, I'll see you.